Hey, I won't get mad.
All right. Ass Napkin Ed wants to few.
Oh, my... I'm not going to care.
Actually, he's actually told me he did you, and you were horrible.
I'm not going to get upset.
Ass Napkin Ed is a great guy.
Oh, he's a wonderful freak. All right, he's a good guy.
All right, that's good. All right.
Stay calm.
All right.
How much more time does she have left?
Debbie, I got to take away your AGT tickets because I'm full.
Well, no, we're afraid she might go crazy.
They're taking away your America's Got... They're taking away your tickets.
No, I'm not going to
because they are afraid. They're afraid that you are going to flip out there.
Yeah.
I'm not flipping out.
I guess there's no way we could tell her that Eric's getting the $2,000 for every time he calls in.
I know he's getting the pay. Come on, I'm not flipping out here. Don't get me.
Debbie, you're never going to be on the air again. She is maintaining her calm.
Yes.
And she's cheating.
She's doing it.
She's cheating.
She's having a hard time.
I'm not going to get upset.
All right, the minute's up. The minute's up. You can let it all out now.
I'll be good, darling.
All right, all right.
Howard.
Wait. Let me just say, I swear I'll work on my anger issues. I don't want to get banned from the block party. I swear,
All right.
darling.
Ronnie, can she be back on the black party?
If she behaves. Let's see. What day are you coming to AGT? What day are you coming?
I gotta go Wednesday, but I was.
All right. Are you gonna? If you don't behave at
I don't know
AGT,
how he wanted me there.
There was a big discussion, Howard, with Ronnie and myself and the producers and Debbie. If it's a real show, so if you get out of control,
Yeah, Debbie,
they're going
I'm
to
going to be
remove
honest
you.
with you. When I was in Tampa, one of the executive producer type came up to me and said, "Look, this is God's honest truth."
yeah, they're in their pants
Right,
about
he's
these people.
Yeah. This guy Jason says to me, "Hey, you know, I know we gave tickets to Debbie the Pet Lady. He goes, do you think that she can control herself? Because it is a show. It's a live show. We can't have her going berserk." I said, "Look, I don't know. She's very, very volatile and has anger issues." But I said, "Look, you gave her the tickets. Let her come. And if she acts out,
Throw her out.
That's what I told
her. Right
him.
out.
That's what I said. You got to get your.
Is Ask Napkin Ed going to be there too the same day?
I hope not.
No, I hope not. I better not be near him at all. You better not put me by that.
Now, if they, by accident, let's say it's 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot. By accident, you end up next to Ass Napkin Ed. Are you going to be able to control yourself?
He better call himself with me. He's been cursing me out every day. He's been hating on me on this stupid Twitter. Them and this Eric, they both been out to destroy me off the show. That's the God truth. And those, I'm sorry to get yelled at, but that's the God truth.
Right,
you need to yell at them, too. You need to put them straight and tell them to leave.
All right. Everyone calm down.
We know that Eric has been to the show and he didn't cause any disruptions.
That's
I'm
right.
not going to cause a disruption if they don't start with me.
Who
Debbie, who knows what's starting with you?
You already passed Cabinet Ned.
I never that piece of shit, okay? You wish like that piece of shit. I never touched him with a 10-foot pole, okay?
You know, Johnny, Debbie's not a bad-looking woman. She actually is
I'm
attractive.
not a bad-looking woman. When I get fixed up, I can look good, too, okay? You're all going to eat your words
Sounds a
out.
lot like my ex-wife, Howard.
Yeah. I bet a lot of guys are saying that.
Seriously, the same deal.
All right. Well, hey, listen, Johnny and Eric, thank you for the call. Debbie, the pet lady, yes.
Before you go, the shiny buff,
Yeah.
I've been having to get the shiny buff since I'm about 5 years old.
All right. Well, you see, real men like Johnny get the shiny buff.
Then you can get it.
You got to do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right, Debbie, Eric, everyone, Johnny, thank you.
All right. How's one quick question before we go?
Quickly.
Do you want me to really? You don't mind me going to the America Wednesday because I thought you were mad at me.
You can go to America on Wednesday.
If you sit in the car, you can go.
No, you can go, of course.
All right. Thank you.
All right, but I'm telling you, they will throw you out if you act
I'll
like
be good. I swear I'm going to be good.
All right. Very good.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Debbie. Oh, my God. These New York tapings are going to be insane.
I don't know if I should go.
I'm not going.
I'm afraid.
It's crazy. Everyone's going nuts. It's too much. All right.
Everybody just calm down.
Everyone calm down. All right. You too, Fred. All right. We're going to take a break and we'll, Fred gets upset. We're going to take a break and we'll be back right after these words. Let's go to Eric the Midget. Eric, you're on the air in Sacramento.
Can you please not call me that?
Oh, Eric the actor. Sorry.
Thank you. I was first going to say that I talked to my friend Jim from Raleigh, and he said he enjoyed watching the taping that he was at.
Yes, thank you.
And then also, judging from what you were saying about your mom, I'm just wondering, has she ever been tested for dementia?
No.
Stop it. She's fine.
My parents are so with it. I got to say, my dad's 89 and my mom's 84.
She said it, yeah.
And no, she's totally with it. I'm telling you, the only thing that they have, the issue is with the hearing. And when you can't hear stuff, you don't know what's going on.
Right, but you were also saying that she was kind of forgetting things here and there.
No, she doesn't have any of that. Like, she's totally with it.
In fact, I said, when was the last time I saw you? And your father said, the last time we saw you was at the gym.
Right, yeah, no, he's sharp. My dad's sharp, and even when he got up on stage, he was sharp. He was
he was so funny.
When, I brought my father up on stage, and I was like, a lot of times I'll get nervous, so I'll talk for him. But I realized I was able to just shut up and let him handle it.
Yeah.
And he handled it well. He was on his game, so it was good. It was really special, actually, for me to put my arm around my dad and bring him up on stage. I actually pushed him onto the stage. I had to crane him up there. Those steps are pretty treacherous. But
that'll be interesting to see all that when it finally starts airing.
Yeah, I think so. My striptease too.
Oh boy.
You got a career.
Yeah.
It would be cool if I could sometime maybe be able to come to one of the live shows this summer.
Would that be cool?
Be cool for you. I told you could come to any of the live shows, Eric. I mean, but you got to get there. That's the problem.
Right, yeah.
You're never around.
Yeah, we're not taking the live shows to Sacramento.
Well,
Right.
I know that.
But you're invited. I mean, you're absolutely welcome. Just give me a heads up and I'll get you a seat.
You know what I thought was interesting? The splitting up of the Whack Pack.
Oh, my God. First of all, I get to this taping. Who's sitting right in the front row? Jeff the Drunk.
That's what I heard on Wednesday.
He had the best seat in the house, and he was in my eye line, and it was like, oh, my God, I'm looking at Jeff the Drunk? Really? How did he end up with the best seat in the house?
Funny, because I was sitting behind him.
Yeah.
And I said the same thing. I said, how did Jeff, you notice it as soon as you walk in, Jeff's in the front row.
Right.
And I saw, King of All Blacks was, in the balcony. And somebody said that he complained really loudly and he got moved.
Oh, no.
That's what the producer told me, that he complained that he needed to be up front, and so they just put him up front.
They didn't want to deal with him, huh?
Did you see what was going on with him, by the way?
Yeah, that his ass crack was hanging out?
But there was a moment where you introduced him, because what would happen is he can't sit down like a normal person. He's got to completely bend over before he sits down. So I saw it the whole show, but at one point you asked him to stand up, and he stood up, and when he sat down, you would turn around. The whole audience just goes, whoa, at once. I mean, it's so noticeable.
He ass-cracked everybody?
His pants are down. There's at least 6 inches of ass crack showing before the whole thing starts.
Jeff, are you aware that your whole ass crack was sticking out the whole time I was working?
I lost a lot of weight.
Oh, did you?
I didn't realize that my pants were going to be falling down like that.
And Sharon doesn't know our show real well, and she kept saying to me, what is wrong with that gentleman's arm? So then I go, well, he had a driving accident when he was young, and it's he lost the complete use of it. And then she goes, well, oh, real? And then I find myself explaining the whole Jeff the Drunk story. And I go, well, you see, Jeff, I've told him he should amputate that arm because it's useless, but he wants to hold on to it rather than put a hook or something there. And she goes, well, why doesn't he get rid of it? I go, well, I think he's hoping that one day they'll rehabilitate it, or maybe they'll come up with a cure or something. But do I have that right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm explaining the whole Jeff and the sling and the arm and who he is. He's definitely somebody people notice.
Oh, yeah.
But I had a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I have a legitimate good question for Jeff. Have they ever tried stem cell with you for the arm to try to get it back?
No.
I don't know if that would work, Eric. Stem cell research, like They inject stem cells in him, like a starfish.
Grow him a new arm.
Grow him a new arm or something, or rehabilitate his arm. I don't know. I'm giving up hope on that arm.
And by the way, I got that seat by just walking up there and sitting down.
Were you were not sat any? Were you sat anywhere else before that, Jeff?
Yes, I was sat in the balcony, and we got to the balcony, and the usher said to the people sitting down that they have to get up. And they're like, we're not getting up. We just got here. We already got moved twice. If you can find a spot with 5 seats in a row, we'll move. And the usher said, well, okay. Just he turned to me and said, hold on. Just sit tight, and I'll be right back. And with that, I looked at my friend Ethan. I said, come on, follow me. And we walked right to the front row, and I sat down.
Yeah, well.
Well, then, Jeff, you didn't just go sit down.
No, he had a whole story.
Yeah.
There's a backstory. You know, all I know is I sat down at the judging table, and right to my right is Jeff the drunk. In other words, there's me, there's Howie, Sharon, Howard, and then Jeff is almost they should have handed him a buzzer.
When you're a judge, you can only see 2 rows on your right or left, and Jeff was one of them.
Jeff was like at my side. He was my wingman for the entire experience. And then I said to somebody, is Jeff going to be sitting there like at night too? Or and they go, no, he's only staying for the afternoon.
Thank goodness. You won't be with him all day.
I think he was going through the DTs. I think he had to go out and get a drink. Because toward the end, weren't you complaining that you had to leave?
No, the same. When is it over?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He goes up to the producers and goes, when is this over? Because I said, well, he probably needs a drink. I wouldn't take it personally.
Jeff, you drink? You still drink, right?
Yeah, but I didn't drink at all.
No, not there, but I'm sure you went out and got a drink as soon as the taping was over.
I didn't.
No? No. I'm impressed.
I went straight home. I got home at 9:30 at night.
No. He, he's sitting there and here's a guy who never gets out of his...
Can he do the stuff? Can he jump out of his seat and scream and make an X?
Well, that's the whole thing. When they were doing getting the audience all hyped up and he had to get up and down, he's like, a good 30 seconds behind everybody else. But it wasn't, there were 3 women sitting behind me who were all pretty cute, and they were just like ready to vomit because it was just nothing but his ass.
You were at a lot of tapings.
I went to the early one on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
They were great. I saw one of the best acts I've ever seen in my life.
Which one?
Without giving it away. The dog act.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
I couldn't stop talking about it.
I couldn't stop thinking about it the whole weekend.
They were fantastic.
That was great. That was great.
All rescue dogs.
But I saw a lot of other cool stuff. I really got into the meat of what it's like when somebody sucks and they need to be told.
Yeah.
It was some really interesting stuff I saw. You have a hard job.
I know. Oh,
there was a moment that was just there were people in the audience who were crying.
Yeah, something happened between me and one of the contestants, which I think will be very, very interesting when you see it.
It was heartbreaking, just on every level.
I know, believe me.
Did you hear somebody yell out, wah?
That was probably you. Yeah, I made a kid cry.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Because you know what was really funny? Before it happened, I was like, you had already X'd somebody. Right. And I was like, that was fun. Now I want to see him do it to a kid.
Well, you saw it. See, I don't fuck around.
And it's not pretty.
No.
See, that was my second day. The first day I saw you guys make a young girl cry as well.
Yeah.
And that was also, it was crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot. They have a full-time psychiatrist that works there.
Is that true?
I should hope.
Oh, yeah, backstage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because those people look pretty shaken up.
Well, people audition, and then they've never, some people are never told no in their lives, and then when they hear it, they freak.
Yeah,
they don't get it.
There were a couple of people today. I was there who really looked stunned.
Yeah, and you can't even believe it. You're like, you really don't know you suck?
I know, you actually said to one of them, "Are you serious?"
Right.
See, now I don't know how much they show after everything's done, but I know when you watch American Idol and that happens, my favorite part is when they suck. And then the whole family, some uncles and cousins and everything, and they're like, they don't know what we know.
Right.
Oh, no, all that goes on. They tape all that backstage. That's why I said you're seeing one portion of this.
But the family is not doing these people any help.
No, they feed into the whole lunacy of it.
Well, that's what, I was sitting next to your sister, and your sister said, doesn't she have a family? Doesn't she have some friends?
Yeah, well, the one that I was talking about that was sort of heartbreaking, my younger son turned around to me, and he said to me, why would his parents let him go out there?
Right.
And I thought that was a really good observation for a young kid to see.
That's the truth. That's what I say.
Well, I said, one of the things I said to Howie was the other thing that they should have on the show is social services standing backstage to save those children.
Take kids away from their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Eric the Midget, you have a little bit of time. I can't spend a lot of time with you today because I have a lot to get to. But, Eric, go ahead.
For starters, quit with the nickname.
Oh, Eric the actor.
Well,
Eric the actor.
I didn't hear you and
yes.
Just heard Eric launch into an attack.
Yeah. Everyone's angry. I think since the Ronnie thing, everyone's gotten stirred up.
Well, you started off by playing Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And it's gotten everybody going.
Eric the actor, what is on your mind?
I have had enough of your fans online.
Well, that's the thing I'm trying to explain to Ronnie. When you search out fame, Eric, where you want to be on the air and you want to have a career in television and film like you do, you have to expect that there is going to be criticism and there is going to be I go on Twitter, people attack me all the time, and what I do is I block them.
Do I have to expect losing friends for it?
What happened?
I've been blocked, as far as I can tell, I've been blocked from Diana DeGarmo, not from anything I said to her.
You've been blocked on Twitter from Diana DeGarmo?
Yes.
Do you believe it's because some fans have been impersonating you? And
yes, that's it. Not only that, I got this weekend blocked from the penthouse pet that I met and made friends with at the Viper Room. Because of the...
What are these doing?
Well, there's some that impersonate me, and then there's others that just say stupid ass about me and include their Twitter account in it where they see it.
Well, Robin, that is a problem for Eric. In other words, he made friends with a penthouse pet at the Viper Room, and I guess a lot of fans were getting involved with her. But then again, you could make the claim Eric would never even get to meet the penthouse pet without our fans. So
well, my question is, how do they impersonate
Eric?
The
fans. I got to meet them.
This is the price of fame in a way, Eric.
The fans have nothing to do with the fact that I got to meet the penthouse pet. You are the one that...
Well, you know what I mean. The reason that you have this whole... What do you think the solution is, Eric? What do you want me to do? And maybe I can help.
Tell them to get a life and leave me the alone.
If they leave you alone, though, you realize a lot of your good stuff will go away. Go ahead, JD. What do you want to say?
Were you direct messaging these girls, by the way? Because he direct messages a lot. He direct messages me. I'm trying to like Eric, but he's direct messaging me about trying to get verified and plugging his name.
Are you thinking that you're going to block him eventually?
No, I've thought about it, but
so you think he might have been blocked because of himself, not others?
Yes.
See, Eric, I have to believe, like, the penthouse pet probably likes all the involvement from the fans because it just means more people are going to join her Twitter account. I think maybe you don't see yourself so clearly. I mean, here's JD, a guy, thinking about blocking you. Maybe it's that you're annoying.
Being nice to you, JD, asking you if you would want to play PS3 against me makes you want to block me.
No, I just say it's like you could tweet us. You have to direct message me about it.
Why don't you play PlayStation with me?
I don't play PlayStation Online with anyone, really.
Is there any more feeling of loserness than making a play date with Eric for PlayStation 3? I mean, at your age, how old are you now?
Me? I'm 32. But
32, right.
He contacted me about it.
Right. Were you considering playing him?
No, like I said, I don't play with anyone online.
No.
I don't need the hassle.
If I had a PlayStation 3, I would play Eric.
Oh, go right ahead.
What game do you want to play, JD, Eric?
I mainly play like the MLB, the show, 2012, and also play like the MMA games.
That's so cute.
Wrestling.
Play wrestling with Eric on the PlayStation.
Maybe one day, Eric. Maybe.
Play him.
Okay.
Play Eric. He wants to play with you. Why do you got to be a snob? What, Eric's not good enough for you? You play with every other idiot.
No, I don't play with I don't play online.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Would you play with others, though?
No, I rarely, I only play with John Hine and Steve Brandano. That's it. I know them.
And Eric can't be in that group?
Well, I know them.
Do you play Guitar Hero?
I barely Guitar Hero's kind of now. So.
Oh, it is? It's over?
Well, they don't make any more Guitar Hero games.
The ones they had are no good?
No, I mean, but
he's had it with
played
them.
out. I'm playing Tiger Woods now, and
we don't play. Eric, do you play Tiger Woods?
No, I do not.
Oh, what a shame. All right, well, Eric, sorry, but you might be annoying these people if JD is thinking of unfriending you or whatever you call that.
Well, I've never even direct messaged Diana because the way that works is the person has to follow you.
Right.
And she wasn't following me.
But I don't understand what the fans could do to get Eric blocked.
Well, they probably every minute would Eric stuff, and then she starts to think it's Eric is putting them up to it.
Oh.
Are people posing as Eric,
From that, plus they were harassing her, saying...
Well, I don't know what to tell you, because now that you're famous, this kind of stuff is going to go on.
And what's the big deal about being blocked from Diana DeGarmo?
Yeah, really, you weren't getting anywhere with her anyway.
Oh, no, it would be nice to be able to follow her like I follow all the other American Idols.
All right, hold on, let me handle this. Diana DeGarmo, please unblock Eric.
And what's your Twitter? Never mind, because then it'll even be more trouble.
Right. I mean, can you imagine what is Diana DeGarmo writing? Can we look up her Twitter account? I want to know. I'll read it to Eric so he can know what he's missing.
We'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Hey, guys, can you put that up on the screen? Diana DeGarmo. Is she verified, Eric?
I don't know.
Are you freaking out because you don't know what's going on with her in life?
Well, I mean, I saw a few minutes ago, Casey Young tweeted to Wee Man saying that him and Diana enjoyed hanging out with him and Anthony Anderson.
All right, here we go.
And you missed that.
Here's what she said. I'll read it to you. Tomorrow, this is 8 hours ago. Tomorrow, don't forget, go to AmericanIdol.com and check out the 2 edits of my very first music. You missed that. Here. Fine. Here's another one. This is 21 hours ago. You ready?
Okay.
This is pretty important. Listen to this, Eric. Finally heading back to L.A. Can't wait to tell y'all about all of our adventures. You missed that.
Right.
Let me see if there's anything else here she has to say. Okay, here we go. You ready? She's answering a bunch of people. Hold on. I'm going to see if there's any direct thing that she had to say. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm reading through her list in case I see anything you might have missed. See, it's mostly her answering people. All right, here we go. A lot of them are retweets, Eric. You know? Do you care about those?
No. Hey,
But the 2 I read you seem to be the only thing she's really tweeted, which is what you missed.
To the new imposter, get a 5.
All right. Okay, Eric. Well, we've tried to address it. I don't see any other anything here you might have missed. I don't see any Diana DeGarmo. Here's one you might be interested in. The woman tweets to Diana DeGarmo. One of her fans says, Diana DeGarmo, please have a good weekend. And she wrote back, I will try to. Okay?
Okay.
Here's one. I hope everyone is having fun and safe holiday weekend. This is from April 7th.
Right.
Here's another one. We're off to have a hippie Easter. Okay?
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. That seems to be... Oh, here we go. Throwing on some SPF, my sports bra, and some shorts because it's hiking time. Got to get my exercise in.
Oh, that's what Eric missed.
Yeah, that's a good one, I got to admit. She had on just a sports bra and a little suntan lotion. So that's pretty hot.
And shorts.
And shorts. Is that the kind of thing you miss?
Yeah.
Right. All right, well, now I understand. If everyone could just calm down and let Eric get back on Diana DeGarmo's Twitter account. Because he didn't know she was hiking in shorts. Oh, here's a good one. This is from 4 days ago. I took a monster shit this morning. Oh, here's one that's interesting. You know what's the worst part of The Wizard of Oz? The midgets. Ew, gross.
Oh.
Just kidding. She didn't write the last two. You know,
right.
She's a nice girl. But by the way, for real, this is a true fact. Eric has 4,000 more followers than Diana DeGarmo.
Is that right?
Yeah, so there you go. So that's
she should be following you.
Exactly. So that's the price of fame. That's what I'm trying to tell Eric, but whatever, dude. Okay, Eric, thank you. Eric, the actor.
Good morning, and thank you for calling me Eric, the actor.
Yeah, well, let's just say I was watching video of Ronnie's block party.
Okay, he had a new block party?
Yeah, before we went to Vegas, he had like 3 or 4 block parties, and Eric showed up at one of them. And,
No, I showed up at 2.
Oh, 2.
The Sacramento and San Francisco.
And I was watching Eric on stage. And
what does Eric do?
Nothing.
Oh.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I should play the tape for you. It's unbelievable. Like, Ronnie's up there, he does nothing except yell into the microphone.
Is Ronnie just yelling curse words?
And then yell stuff I've yelled out at AGT.
Oh.
Yeah, I could see he's quite taken with me. When we were going around the country, a lot of times I would say to a contestant, get off my stage. Mm-hmm. I'm watching the tape of Ronnie's like, get off my stage.
So Ronnie has stolen that.
It's okay. He can take that? It's a catchphrase. It's like, hey now. You know, I don't mind if he uses it. But Eric was up on stage, and like Ronnie has nothing to say, and then he's interviewing Eric. And, you know, Eric is very slow in terms of talking. Mm-hmm. I imagine that's from his afflictions.
And
I am
breathing.
You are not
I am
what?
not a slow talker.
Oh, Eric, it's unbelievable. It's like the weirdest thing. Like, you got to watch the tape. You have no idea that you're so slow. It's like Ronnie will ask Eric a question. He'll go, hey, Eric, you know, what are you doing tonight? And then like Ronnie holds the microphone on Eric, and then you wait, and then he goes, I'm going down the... You know, it's like, holy mackerel. And the audience is talking because they're bored out of their skull.
Eric is a whole different person when he's not behind that telephone.
Yeah, I know.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. He's very, very meek, very quiet.
Yeah, I mean...
He said there are 2 different Erics.
Yeah, but you know what? It was good. People got to see him. He was happy. They were happy to see him.
And then the next thing I know, that guy who, Jan, who works with Eric...
Yes.
You know, his caretaker...
Uh-huh.
He's lifting Eric out of his wheelchair so Eric can stick his head between some girl's tits.
Oh, dear.
And, like, Eric's flying through the air and smushing his face into this girl's breast.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
Jan carries him over to the girl?
Yeah, you never saw a show like that.
Yeah, it was great. It's great, man. It's a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It's a great show.
4 sold-out shows. It was awesome.
You got to have Eric at every one.
Yeah.
I pulled...
What mic is that, 3? Yeah.
I pulled Eric doing his stand-up act, if you want that.
Eric has a stand-up act?
It's excruciatingly boring. Do you have the part where Ronnie interviews Eric?
I can put that up in like a couple minutes.
But this is Eric doing stand-up?
He's Eric doing stand-up.
Yeah, it's excruciating.
JD won in orange.
And he wore a shirt a T-shirt under his regular shirt. And that was his big thing that he was showing me the shirt. It says it's got a big arrow pointing towards me. And it says I'm with Zero or something like that.
Yeah. But
that's part of his joke?
That's his deal, yeah.
It takes him an hour to get the shirt off.
Yeah, well, they have to help him take the shirt off.
Yeah. He goes, hey, Ronnie, look at my T-shirt. And then all of a sudden, Eric has people who take off his shirt, which takes a little while. And then when the shirt comes off, it says...
Can you really read it?
It's a big arrow.
Oh, you can read it.
Okay.
It's a black shirt with that bright green over there. Bright green letters.
And Eric's such a poor communicator, you wish he'd put everything on his T-shirt, so it would be like a translation. So then there's a big arrow pointing to Ronnie. He goes, I'm with a zero. And Eric has this smile on his face, like he just got off the best joke in the world.
Right.
And he's, and he soaks in the applause and the gratitude from the audience for this brilliant joke. There it is. I'm with zero.
You two look like a great team.
Yeah, and you see that look on Eric's face?
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, I showed you.
It was good. It was good. It was good, though.
You.
What?
I won up you.
Yeah, you went up him.
Well, the highlight of the night was Scott quit the show in the middle of the show.
Scott quit?
I got to take a break and then I'll talk about that because that was pretty. I watched all the tape. It was very compelling.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So is he done?
I don't know. I don't know what.
We'll get into it.
I heard I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll get to it because I have to take a break. But while Eric's here, I'll play you Eric the actor's stand-up comedy.
All right.
Here you go. Here he is from Ronnie's block party.
So Eric, my boy Eric has got he came up with a comedy routine, guys. Go ahead, my man. Let's hear Fred.
Like, you're bored already.
They weren't bored. They loved it.
Just listening to Ronnie is enough.
Stop it now.
Hey.
Maybe you should go back to yelling and screaming.
Did you see our bus? Did you see our bus?
Yeah, I'll get to that.
The tour bus?
I'll get to all of that. It's just I don't want to get into it and have to take a commercial break.
Gotcha. All right. I'm leaving.
Okay, I'll have you back in later. Here's a guy who liked Eric at the block party, though. They do enjoy seeing him. You liked meeting Eric, right, Tim?
Hey, now. Oh, let me tell you, it was the best. And kudos to Ronnie for putting the whole thing together, or Shirley, or whoever it was. But Eric the Midget was the absolute highlight of the show, without a doubt.
Wow.
Hey, Eric, you hear that?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you. The entire audience. Well, first, your fans, and I mean the drinking and smoking that was going on in the line just continued all the way through.
People seem to enjoy Ronnie's block party. What can I tell you? All right, Tim, thank you. I'll get back to this. It's Hey, Eric. By the way, not to change the topic 50,000 times like I have already, but so I don't know. Somehow Gary and Will got in touch with Diana DeGarmo, the girl who was on American Idol, who Eric loves.
And didn't he say he got blocked from her Twitter account or something?
Yeah, so they got in touch with Diana DeGarmo, and they said, hey, can you come on with Eric and, tell us why you blocked him from Twitter? And she said, I'll come on, but not with Eric.
Really?
Yeah, she's
done.
She's like, I don't want anything to do with that guy. So he must have done something really tough.
Wow. Eric, what did you do?
She won't even come on with you. And then so Gary said, you want me to have her on? I said, well, I don't feel right if Eric's not part of it because...
Well, I mean, we could find out her side of the story.
You want me to interview her and find out her side of the story, Eric?
Sure, you could do that.
All right. When can I get a hold of her?
We might do it later this week. I think she told Will. We were trying all week to find out exactly what it was because I was dying to know.
Right.
And all I know is she had issues with a stalker in the past, and Eric somehow scared her. He spooked her.
Yeah. What did you do to Diana DeGarmo?
Not a thing.
She won't even come on the air with you, Eric. She's afraid of you.
I'm sure one of the fake accounts did something, but I didn't. Whenever I speak to a celebrity, no matter who they are, it's always a positive tweet. How the hell is that bad?
We don't know what you're tweeting.
Eric, you're a great guy. You lack self-recognition. I'm sure there's something you did that you don't see.
Did you call her at home?
Go see your family movie, chimpanzee face.
What do you say?
Something about my family, chimpanzee face.
face.
I think what Eric is saying is there's a movie out called Chimpanzee, and he's telling Gary to go see his family movie.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That's a good one, Eric.
The delivery was impeccable. What?
Go support your relatives, Gary.
That is funny, actually. Eric honing those comeback skills.
I see that the comedy thing is taking hold.
But, Eric, your anger's misdirected because I am not afraid to talk to you on the air, but she is.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're not believing when I say that I did not do anything wrong.
Did you call her at home?
No, I don't have her number.
Did you
direct message her?
No, I don't. No.
Wait. You don't what? You're like, no, I don't think so?
Because I don't think she ever followed his direct messaging. The person has to follow you.
But Eric, you would know if you sent Diana DeGarmo a direct message. You would know that. That'd be a big day for you.
No, I know I didn't because I don't think she ever followed me. She could have direct messaged me because I was following her, but the person.
So then, what could it be that she's freaked out by?
I know. We'll get to that. We'll wrap this up later this week.
All right. I'll get her on the phone and find out what the problem is. But she doesn't want to be on the air with you. You know.
That's sad.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a big misunderstanding, like Eric says. You know.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back.
I hope Eric didn't do anything to offend her.
Want to get back to Eric's stand-up?
Yes.
Okay.
So who's seen the Three Stooges?
Great opening line. So who's singing the Three Stooges?
Well, if you give it a few seconds, you see how it relates.
What? If you haven't, you got three of them here tonight. Ronnie, Yucko, and Scott.
Well, they did like it. I have to say, I hear people applauding.
They're willing to wait.
Yeah. You know, he's on to something. It's that kind of slow, deliberate delivery.
Like Stephen Wright.
Right, like Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
Ronnie was also standing behind Eric, like trying to pump up the crowd, helping them cheer up.
That's okay. He's holding him. That's better than Scott.
What the f is wrong with you? Does anything work?
Ronnie with the F word every 3 seconds on stage, by the way.
Why does he pipe in all of a sudden?
It's his show. He's the master of ceremonies.
Yeah, but Eric's doing his stand-up.
It doesn't matter. Ronnie's the ringleader. He's the fun. He's the glue that holds it together, you know. It just sounds like your worst nightmare night, doesn't it?
Yeah, what are they screaming? Mother.
The audience and you're staring at Eric and Ronnie.
Where's Eric's next joke? I'm still like...
he's milking the crowd.
I'm basking in the waves of laughter.
That line killed.
It's like a tsunami.
Eric, you realize, of course, that the audience is, cheering you because you're afflicted. That line isn't that great. Do you think that's a great line?
Yes.
Okay.
But what about keeping going? I mean, is that it?
No, he's hey, what are you in a rush? He's milking it.
Has anyone seen the documentary on Gary's relatives in Africa, chimpanzees?
Simon.
What else you got me? What else you got for me, my man?
I recently heard that a guy died in a porn theater. I guess his life came to a happy ending.
I recently died in a porn theater. Porn theater. I guess it ain't you. Ding.
Hey, can I just be critical a little bit, Eric, of your material? That wouldn't a guy recently died in a massage parlor be a better joke than a porn
For
theater?
the happy ending?
Yeah, you get a happy ending. Oh, sorry.
Thing is that was a true story that I heard.
Yeah, but and most people haven't heard that story, so you say, hey, I heard recently a guy died in a massage parlor. I guess that wasn't a happy ending.
Well, here's the thing. I actually ripped that joke off somebody that you think rips stuff off of you.
Who's that?
Leno.
That's a Leno joke?
No wonder it sucks.
I actually changed the punchline.
I see.
Oh.
Well, can't argue with that.
His punchline was, I guess he suffered a stroke. That was his punchline.
Yeah. Well,
that might have been the better punchline.
Yeah, I might have stuck with that, as long as you're stealing.
I also heard about another guy's life that didn't come to a happy ending. He got into an argument with a woman over a parking space, and she killed him by squeezing his balls.
Now, is that a true story, too?
Yes, in China. And that joke also came from The Tonight Show.
Oh, borrowing heavily.
I don't even understand that joke.
Well, it's Eric's joke.
What was the joke, Robin?
That the guy didn't come to a happy ending because he got into a fight with the woman over the parking space and she squeezed his balls and he died.
But how's that a joke?
I don't know.
What's the punchline? Well, maybe there's more. Wait. No more. Let me think about it. The woman goes into try to get a guy argue over a parking space, and then she squeezed his balls and killed him. What's the joke? I must be stupid. Eric, explain.
What did Jay Leno say on that one?
Yeah.
I don't remember how he phrased that one.
Clearly. Yeah, Ron?
I thought he was going to talk.
No, you never know.
He came with the weirdest move at the end of the show, too. He had this, his guy Jan.
Yeah.
He props him up in the middle of the stage, and then he announces that he's charging $10 a picture. Take a picture with him.
At the end of the show.
At the end of the show.
That was Friday night.
Yeah, well, what was up with that, dude?
I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, but tell somebody you're going to do it. We didn't know you were going to do it.
I would pay $10 to...
Sequoia knew from the time that he started talking to me about it.
Oh, okay.
How many people got a picture with you?
There was about 15, I think.
That's it?
And it's free?
No, $10 a picture.
$10.
So let me do some quick math. You made, let's see, 10 times 15. That's I think it's 150. Is that right?
I think you would be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he said it was going to a charity, and then somebody said to him,
No.
What's the charity? He goes, my pocket.
Well, that is a charity.
That is a good joke.
Wow.
Ronnie, come on. I've been battling heads all weekend over that. There was no charity.
I know. That's what I heard. It was the charity was your pocket.
I never said that. I never said there was any
you would
charity.
think people would just give Eric $10 because look at him. But he's willing.
He wants to make his money.
But the second night I think he took pictures with everybody with Yucko, so he didn't charge because he would have to cut Yucko in on the money.
Yeah, but I can't believe that people wouldn't just everyone just take a picture with him and give him $10.
Yeah.
Unless you're short on cash.
Right.
I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. You see Eric. I mean, Eric's got some major showing.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, he's a whole different person when he's not behind that telephone.
I mean, his feet are going 2 different ways.
He's like this, quiet little guy, man.
Yeah. Looks like a Jerry Mahoney doll.
No, he's cool, though. He's cool.
Well, that's what I was thinking. They should get a stool, put Eric on it, and Ronnie could just act as if he's
I can work him.
Eric, did you ever consider becoming a panhandler? Because you'd make a fortune, dude. I couldn't pass you on the street without giving you some money.
No, I've never thought of doing that.
You should.
You should go down to Fisherman's Wharf and hang out down there. People
would just put.
Yeah.
Do you ever, like, when you're being wheeled around and stuff, do people ever just throw money at you anyway?
No.
Oh.
Nobody just accidentally thinks you're panhandling.
You should just, don't panhandle. Just walk around with a cup in your lap, and I'm guarantee you people will start throwing money at you.
Yeah, if he goes in San Francisco, if he goes down to Fisherman's Wharf, that's all you see down there.
Right.
All these different. I told you, I saw one of the acts from AGT there.
You did?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You try telling people no, you're not going through the next round. When they're headed
back to Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah, one of the acts that tried out for the show was there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine if Eric just said, "Look, I just got back from Iraq, and they blew my legs off." You know the kind of cash you're talking about? You're talking about 10, 20 grand a week. Yes, a week.
Eric acts like he's above this, but in the meantime, he's got a wish list on Amazon. It's the same type of begging. It's just begging on the internet.
Yeah, which is his worst place to beg.
What happens with that wish list? Do people actually buy him things?
Yes.
I know Jimmy Kimmel did. Didn't Jimmy buy you something?
If he did, he left it anonymous.
Oh, no, then he didn't.
Well, do people buy you things, Eric?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten anything much recently.
But what's the difference between saying, I have a list, buy me free stuff, or going to Fisherman's Wharf and putting your hand out?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Just take a ride down and check it out.
Where's he live again? What?
Sacramento?
Sacramento? I got to figure there's some hangout where people panhandle. I mean, if anybody could make money, it's him. I mean, he'd make a fortune.
So he should get you get that box, you cut the top off a box, just say war veteran.
Yeah.
And just sit by a red light. People throw it in the bucket.
That's right. This guy, he would be legendary. Like, he would be a legend in terms of the money he'd order. I get one of those, you ever see those guys that don't have a wheelchair? Because Eric's got a wheelchair that indicates he has some money. You get that, it's a dolly.
The thing that Eddie Murphy had.
Yeah, the moving thing.
Yeah, the movie thing.
The thing that Eddie Murphy had in Trading Places.
Yeah.
You just can use your knuckles to ride.
And Eric hardly can use his hands, so it'd be cool, like, just lay him on his back on that thing. I mean,
you can get a dog to lean next to.
He'd make a fortune.
Yeah.
Dog would eat him.
Well, a friendly dog.
There was a guy like that at Fisherman's Wharf. He had a dog.
Yeah.
So he'd come around. People eat that tons of food down, and then just leave it.
Right.
So he'd come over and say, "Are you going to finish that?" No, you can have it. Here, take it. And he'd start eating it, and the poor dog. And I said to him, "If I give you what's left of my food, you better be feeding that dog also." Yeah, I was yelling at the guy.
Ronnie, a hero. Ronnie's proud of himself.
Poor dog. He's out there in the sun, boiling up there.
Wow. Anyway, I mean, I admire Eric not doing that, but, if anybody deserves to panhandle, it's him.
Well, I mean, he gets assistance from the government, too, right?
Yeah, he does. All right, Eric, I got to go. Nice job on that stand-up.
Thanks, Eric. We had a good time.
Okay.
I'll try to get to the bottom of Diana DeGarmo for you.
Okay.
All right, later.
Okay.
That's Eric the actor, as he likes to be called.
And recently comedian.
Right.
With the Ronnie's Block Party group.
What's real is we're looking at Diana DeGarmo's Twitter photo, and it's actually of a South Park character that kind of looks like Eric.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird. She might actually be into him. Let's go to, I don't know. Eric the Midget wants to say hello.
Oh, good. My favorite.
To Jimmy, and then Jimmy, I don't want to...
Oh, I just remembered. I sent Eric a bunch of gifts from Amazon, from the Amazon gift list.
Did you?
I knew you had.
Yeah, but I did it again after I heard you talking about it.
Because nobody apparently does it but you.
Well, the first time I was tickled by the fact that Eric had registered for, and this is a great thing, too, that people are registering, you know, it's like they're getting married.
Right.
But Eric had registered for, like, I don't know, some sort of snack chips, and it costs like 3 times as much to ship it as the chips themselves. Like, it's a weird thing to register for online when you can go to the supermarket.
And you sent it to him anonymously.
I sent it to him. I didn't realize it was anonymous, but apparently it was anonymous. Yeah, the first one was anonymous. I don't know if these were... yeah, I think these were anonymous, too.
Eric, on your wish list was snack chips?
Yeah, there was those, but there was a name, and I just wanted to say thank you since you confirmed that it was sent by you.
And I also sent you some other stuff recently. Have you been receiving any items recently, Eric?
Yes, the second package that came was marked James Kimmel.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Now.
Yeah, I got confused by that, too. I thought your name was Jimmy. I didn't realize you were James.
I noticed on your Amazon gift list that you had 2 different donut makers, so I got both of those for you.
Donut makers?
Really?
So now you'll have 2 types of donut maker.
What are you doing with donut? You make donuts?
Well, I haven't yet.
Have
you want to?
Yes.
Have you received the donut makers?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
And why would you register for 2 different donut makers?
Well, I think what it was when I put one on the list, the other was a suggestion.
Oh, I see.
You are a big Eric fan. You went to the Viper Room, didn't you, to see Eric perform?
I did not go to the Viper Room, but Eric came by the show.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I enjoy Eric. I love hearing him on the show.
How much was the donut maker?
So glad he's back.
How much did it cost you to...
I don't remember. It wasn't a tremendous... But I did send a few other items as well, Eric. They should be trickling in.
Oh, my.
What did you
You're probably just going to go down the whole list, aren't you?
Because you love Eric. And that's,
I do love Eric.
Yeah, right.
And I think I would encourage everyone that listens to the show to buy Eric stuff and send it to him.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like to imagine him getting the package and going, oh, well, who is this from?
Look at this.
What is the biggest item on his list that you didn't get? Like, were there things that you just felt were ridiculous to get him?
There are a lot of there are a lot of things that are available for free. Like there's like Walker Texas Ranger on DVD. I mean, Eric, it seems like you can get that. I think you need to pare that list down a little because it's like 100 pages long.
Right.
You know, maybe just narrow it down to the things you really want because it was hard for me to decide. You know, and you presented with a dilemma like, what should I do? Should I get this donut maker?
He wanted Chuck Norris Texas Ranger.
Yeah, right, Eric?
Isn't that rerun 100 million times?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's one of many shows that I really enjoyed watching when it was on TV.
Right, Fred?
One of the many shows that I enjoy when I went on TV.
All right, Eric, I got to move along because Jimmy's got limited time, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
But it's good talking to you, Eric.
I'd like
Good talking to you.
If you can, like, post a picture of you with the donuts, that would be great.
Yeah, I would like to see your donuts.
I'd like to see you, like a video of you cooking donuts.
Yeah.
I'd like a pasta maker.
I'm sure Jimmy will get it for you. All right. What's your deal? You got time or you got to leave?
I got to leave soon. I got to leave in 5-10 minutes.
Right, let me take a couple more.
Jimmy, how about Nash Bridges?
You want a Nash Bridges video?
Oh, you got to go through that list. It's
Jag.
What happened? Like, so you sat at your computer. How do you even find
for an hour?
Where do you find his list?
It's hard to find, but if you type in, if you do a Google search for Eric the Midget Amazon list, one of the fans like put a link to it, and then you can link to it. And it's weird. Like, I tried to buy him some other things that I decided he should have.
Right.
And they won't allow it. They can't, you can't, unless you have his address, they will not allow you to send things that aren't on his list.
You wanted to send things that weren't on the list.
I had some things I thought would be funny.
Like what?
I don't know. There's some little shoes.
Baby shoes?
Not baby, but little, you know. I thought maybe. Oh, look, there it is. It's up on the screen. His list.
Oakland Athletics official logo baseball bat. What's he going to do with that?
There's a lot of sports stuff, yeah.
A baseball bat, Eric. You can't
It's a mini baseball bat.
To hit young with.
That's the guy. Major League Baseball, Oakland.
Sippy cup.
Sippy cup.
I need that.
It's all sports stuff. All Oakland A's. Batting helmet and ice cream snack bowls.
Look at all those hats.
Yeah.
There's candy. Look, there's
Lifesavers candy, wild cherry, 14 pieces, 20 pack. 20 pack is $10. It probably costs more to mail it, as you pointed out.
There are probably, like, it's mostly candy. It's a weird thing.
Realistic water.
Oh, and there's train stuff also, you know, like mini train sets.
Look at this. Bachman trains waiting passengers. Like if you get a train set, you put little passengers down. Does he have train sets?
He must have a train set.
I shouldn't have hung up on him.
You hung up.
I did. That was a mistake.
Yeah, because we didn't know about the train set.
There's a lot of train stuff. There's a little barn.
Look at the barn.
You know, maybe he's living in this barn.
Yeah, Bachman train barn. So you put a barn next to the trains. Eric's asking for a soft pretzel maker, too.
Are you kidding?
No. Where is Eric? Is he back? No, he's not. Too bad.
Yeah, he's. There's a lot of good stuff on there. There's a lot of train stuff.
Look at its pages.
But it's like you didn't buy him any train stuff because you probably thought that was frivolous.
Well, yeah, I did. You know, because I don't know. You know, I don't know if he even has trains. And if you buy him one train thing, then it's not enough. Yeah, you need to buy him to start with the whole kit.
Like a donut maker, at least is like something that he could live on.
It's
food.
complete.
Yeah, I like to imagine him making donuts, like a Keebler elf.
Now he's got two. He won't know which one to use.
Eric, do you have a train set?
No, not yet.
See, that's what I was worried about. See, Eric, you're registering for, like, the barn and the little police force for the train. You got to start with the track and the trains themselves.
I have pretty much everything on that list.
Oh, you have everything.
Eric, you're into toy trains?
Well, that's kind of... I went into them because my dad, as a kid, him and his brother got a train set.
Is it a hobby?
No, but you're like 37 years old now.
I know, but we had this family train set and haven't had it set up for years.
Is it a hobby or is it for transportation?
Oh. It's my Amtrak.
Eric's wish list is 57 pages long and has over 1,400 items listed.
Wow.
Yeah. Eric, what's the one item that you haven't gotten so far that you're dying for? Jimmy wants to get it.
Yeah, please narrow it down because I can't. It's hard for me to go through all of that.
Go through all those pages.
It's too many pages.
Well, let's see. There's a lot of on there. A lot of stuff that I would like.
Just tell me the one thing you want that Jimmy can get you that you want more than anything. It's on your list.
Kind of hard to think of one thing off the top of my head.
All right, well, I'm not going to wait all day.
You need to pare down that list.
Well, I'll be listening, so the next time you call in, have that information, and, you know, we can move forward from there.
Yeah, and just remember, not too expensive. Jimmy doesn't make as much money as you think.
That's right, I don't make as much as Conan.
It's a pretty pathetic salary, actually. All right, thank you, Eric. Stephanie, you're on the air. Yes, Stephanie, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Hi, Jimmy. I just wanted to say, Howard, you looked so handsome. All of the interviews were so amazing.
See, I wasn't so bad.
Enjoyed listening to the press conference. I've never actually listened to a press conference before, but you kept the reporters very entertained, and you were funny.
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, you're up in front of like I must have about 100, 150 press there. And, you know, you got to keep them entertained.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, I'm talking, I'm carrying on, I'm doing everything but putting on a red wig and a big red nose so I can, you know, entertain them. But it turned out to be very, very good, and everyone was lovely. And, you know, listen, we'll see what happens. Tonight's the big premiere of America's big premiere of America's Got Talent. Big night.
Where were you?
You reached a big, big audience hitting The View, and I hope a lot of them tune in and really appreciate
Yeah. What was really weird? What was really weird is that I went on all those shows, and it dawned on me that I don't even remember, like, who knows even what the show America's Got Talent's going to be tonight, because it's from when we were in L.A.
Right. You don't even remember the talent.
I don't even remember. I don't remember much about any of it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what you're going to see, but, you know, we'll see.
But this was your first judging. I mean, you'll see.
You've not seen a cut of it?
No, they won't show me a cut. Evidently, there was a lot of, there was about 10 different cuts. Some of the cuts, what I heard was that they felt there was too much of me, like to the point that it was like the Howard Stern show, and then they had to make it more balanced. So, yeah, whatever it is, but Simon Cowell called me and said he thought the show was terrific. Like, he thinks it's going to be a great season. So that made me feel good because he's hip to all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he was carrying on for 45 minutes about it.
Good.
Like, Howard, it is the greatest. It is the best. And I said, wow, thanks, Simon.
Are you available for X Factor?
No, you didn't say that. But he went out and got Britney Spears. And that was another thing. Like,
they're supposed to announce that officially today or something.
The press picked up on what I said about her.
Yeah.
And what I said was, I think it's a great hire because I don't think she's going to be a great judge, but just watching her every week be a train wreck is going to be really good.
Nobody's actually sat down and talked to her since all of her crazy antics and the whole, guardianship with her parents and all of that. So people want to know if Britney can put a sentence together.
So I put... She can't.
Yeah. So have you interviewed her?
No, but I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying at the press conference. And then on Twitter, all of her fans, like, she has a slew, like a whole gay army behind her, who were just like blasting me. How dare you say this about Britney? I hate you. We'll see how you do on America's Got Talent. Right. And it was like... Oh, wow. Like I said, I said it was a great hire. But it was weird. It just kind of came out the wrong way. But thank you, Stephanie, for the compliment. I'm trying to look my handsomest.
Well, you're looking fabulous, and we're all very excited. We'll be live tweeting and live on Stern Superfans tonight.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. That's America's Got Talent tonight.
Will you be live tweeting during your
I will tweet.
show tonight?
I will try to tweet.
You're going to stay up and watch live with the audience?
Well, I want to stay up and watch it, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see what the hell they're putting on after all this carrying on. I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of people have been mentioning it to me. I think people are excited about it.
I just don't like that it's on against Dance with the Stars. That kind of sucks. They're already way into their season.
Yeah.
Well, if you're into Dancing with the Stars, you're going to tune over.
Well, yeah, if you've got an investment in Dancing with the Stars, I guess.
People make too much out of the first show anyway. So you got a lot of shows.
We got a lot of shows to go. Let's go to... all right. I know you got to leave soon, but Eric's back on the phone. He feels that he didn't get to say what he wanted to say.
Oh, what, Eric?
He thought of something.
You know it's going to be nothing.
Of course.
Eric, go ahead quickly.
Okay, I'll make it quick. I just wanted to say I hadn't done the chance to tell Jimmy thank you months ago for tweeting about my app. And I just wanted to thank him now.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure, Eric.
What did you do? You tweeted about his act?
I have no idea what I did. I don't
thank
remember.
you, Eric. All right.
His app.
Oh, his app. Oh, yeah, I did.
His app.
I retweeted his app.
Thank you.
All right, I got to take a break.
All right, I got to go, unfortunately.
Well,
I wish I could stay. It breaks my heart to leave.
What's the matter with you leaving like that?
Yeah.
Now that Kelly has to have a co-host.
Kelly will be alone without me.
Well, first of all, my friend, my dear friend. Why is that funny to you? You are a dear friend. Give my love to your beautiful...
He doesn't want to cry. I heard you two get tearful sometimes.
No, he doesn't. I do.
Each other.
He could care less. He could care less. I don't want to lump him in with my antics. No, don't leave. Jimmy, I love you. You're a great guy.
I love you, too.
When I get out to L.A., no matter what time I get out to L.A., I'm doing your show.
Okay, great.
And remember, what do real niggas do?
They don't care about no period.
Right. There's a new song by a guy named Young Real Nigga. And he says he don't care about no period. And we played it earlier this morning, and I love this song.
It's an instant class. I have a feeling it's going to become one of those things that sticks around for a while on the show.
It's going to stick around. It's a new
an anthem.
thing. We got to have him in for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have him in. I don't know what his real name is, but that's his rap name.
That's probably his real name.
You think his mother gave him that name?
Yeah.
Young Real Nigga? I mean, what kind of name is that? But first of all, let me just say to you, thanks for coming by.
Always a pleasure.
You know
it's always
I love
fun
you.
to have you here.
I can't wait to see it tonight on America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. Be sure to tweet to all your fans that I'll be there on America's Got Talent.
I hope that Robin is able to find the kind of kindness and forgiveness in her heart that Howard has found in his when it comes to Kathy Lee. And
I never had a thing with Kathy Lee.
you know what I'm saying, Robin.
She's never had a problem with Kathy Lee.
No.
but she still loves the taste of blood.
I do.
No, okay. Kathy Lee was lovely. What can I say? She had the balls to come up to me.
You know, here's the only thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
These reunions are happening backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I said you should have been booked on the show. That's all.
It's not too late. I mean, that can happen.
That would be a nightmare. I know you love to see me squirm. Ay, babe. Well, it just so happens Kathy Lee told me that Cody was graduating this weekend. She was very busy with college stuff, and we had a long conversation about a lot of different things.
So you found out about the kids.
Found out about everything. And it was very lovely.
How is Frank?
Frank, I didn't ask about. We haven't moved. We haven't progressed to Frank yet. I don't know that he forgives me.
Yeah, he might.
He might not. But anyway, Jimmy, we'll all be watching, of course, your show tonight at midnight.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting moved up 5 minutes. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I think you're doing really well.
1 minute at a time.
1 minute at a time. That's the attitude you have to have.
That's right.
I did a computation. By the year 2036, you'll be on by 11:30.
Keep your fingers crossed.
That's right. But, Jimmy, great seeing you.
Great to see you, too.
And congratulations on the Emmys and the fact that you did the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I really feel you have arrived, and you deserve it. You deserve all the success. And we'll be back right after these words. So the ratings came out yesterday. As predicted, we didn't beat Dancing with the Stars. We were second place, which, I would love to. I wish they would have waited 2 weeks. Dancing with the Stars in their finale.
When you were in your own world.
So in 2 weeks, we'll be then some of the papers were like, they got it. We came in number one, 18 to 49-year-olds, so the network called me. They were thrilled because from the network standpoint, they were like, they had nothing to go up against Dancing with the Stars with. So they were left. Because some of the papers are saying, well, Howard Stern didn't beat Dancing with the Stars, so he didn't bring anything to it. Last year, Dancing with the Stars debuted against nothing. Their leading was The Voice.
You mean America's Got Talent?
I mean, yeah. America's Got Talent went on last year and didn't have to go up against anything, really, which I would have preferred because we're going up against their finale.
Right.
And like I said to you, what I predict will happen is this show will grow every week. We had over 10 million viewers, and then we'll be the number one show by the summer, just like always. I think the show is that good. And NBC described to me on the phone, I said, why'd you guys program it against that? We could have just been the number one show. And they go, well, hey, we needed something to put on. You guys did your mission. Your ratings were as high as The Voice. The Voice's finale.
Right.
You did phenomenally well. And, and that's what we needed, what we were going to put on. So I would have liked to have been number one overall.
Sure.
I don't like just being number one, 18 to 49, but, So it was considered a success. And I was like, oh, good. Because I didn't want to go on there and bomb.
Of course not.
And then they blame me, So, I mean, everyone would say, Howard Stern's show now.
Right.
It's the Howard Stern show. No, it's America's Got Talent. But, I don't know. Everyone was waiting, I don't know for what, but it felt really good. And people seem to generally like the show. Especially the people who used to watch the show who aren't fans of mine seem to like my addition to the show.
Absolutely, yeah.
From what I heard.
Yeah.
Eric the Midget, you're on the air. Eric the actor.
Well, Eric's a big fan of the show.
Eric, we were in San Francisco, but they didn't show Eric last night, I don't think.
No, because I think I saw where I would have been, but the cotton candy guy, his big belly, I think blocked me out.
I don't know why they didn't show Eric.
Cotton Candy's belly blocked Eric.
Yeah. But Eric was there in San Francisco.
A couple of questions regarding that, and also a little thing about one of the contestants. 2 questions. One is, why did they cut Howie's extremely funny line that he delivered to the opera singer guy?
They cut a lot of funny lines. They cut a lot of funny lines of mine. They cut out a lot of funny lines of Howie.
Well, he's particularly interested in Howie's line.
Yeah. I don't know. Howie sometimes gets lines cut, and so do I.
The line was a joke about the guy making everybody, because he talked about helping people take crap. Howie said, well, I think you helped everybody in here take a
Well,
they couldn't air that, Eric.
Right. I think,
They could have believed it.
No, it's network television.
It's the family. A friend of mine has been watching it with his kids like a lot of people do. And even like when the stripper took off his shirt and he had the ring around. You remember with the first episode, the ring, he had it tied to his nipple or something? Like, they have to answer an hour's worth of questions so their kids just, with that, why did that man take off his clothes kind of thing? And why, you know, the kids... So if Howie's line gets bleeped, you got to sit there and go, no, he was making a duty joke, but he called it you know, and then you got to go through a whole explanation.
One time at the table, they censored you saying that you were an ass.
Yeah, that's not considered so bad anymore. Eric, I don't edit the show. That's the other thing. If I edited the show, it would just all be me. Quite frankly, I think I'm, you know, fantastic.
And then the other thing was one of the beginnings, Howie flew in on a jetpack.
That wasn't really him.
Well, I know. That's what I was thinking. Okay, they used a stunt person, then cut him into it, obviously.
Right. So then what's the problem?
I was wondering, making sure that it wasn't him, that they really didn't have him do that.
You know what? I wasn't there, so I don't know.
I can guarantee you Howie didn't do that.
Yeah, I just saw Howie walking around with a helmet on, and I go, what's going on? And they go, you know what? You do your thing. I don't even want to, because they don't tell me. I just, you know, I was like, why is Howie wearing a helmet? But I would have assumed it wasn't Howie. I mean, considering his fear of everything.
Right.
The guy's afraid to touch people. I can't imagine him coming in on a jetpack. But I don't know. I don't know for sure, Eric. I don't want to say.
Right. The one thing that I wanted to say about one of the contestants, the contortionist dancer.
Yeah.
The one thing about him, he's good. One thing, if he's still in competition, ask him if he's ever been diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos, because a lot of contortionists.
What did he say? I'm lost.
There's some disease he wants you to check out what he's got.
Robin.
I haven't paid attention to the last two questions. I'm like kind of sitting here thinking about what, like, Andy Richter's coming in and like what I'm going to do next. And what?
Why would you care what disease a contortionist has?
Because Eric has his bones all twisted up, and he's thinking maybe they have the same sort of.
Okay, so what?
He wants to know, but I know it's not interesting. Eric, I don't know the guy's medical history.
Send him 20 packs of gum and hang up.
Gary, shut the fuck up. And, Gary, I did not manipulate my list.
Manipulate?
All right. Hey, Eric, I got to go just because I got a guest coming, but it's good talking to you. And thanks for being there in San Francisco. Got to go. Bye.
Okay, talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. How great would it be if I could have convinced Eric that Howie really travels around the country by jetpack.
Yeah, that's how he gets to every gig.
I would have done that if he had more time. Eric the actor had another AGT wrap-up show that he did. Oh, this one is the greatest.
There are really highlights from that show?
Oh, my God. I got to play you one. This is the open of the show. Here, real quick. I shouldn't get into this because we're going to obsess on it, but here's the open to the show. Like, there's just mass confusion. Of course, the audio quality is horrible.
Attempt number 2 here. Welcome to the JFSC. Wrong.
Some woman is typing, and she's louder than Eric.
Yeah.
You hear the typing?
Is he even on the microphone?
Yeah.
Is he near it at all?
Yeah. It's just mind-boggling.
Trying to name the old show. The JFSCTV.com AGT wrap-up show.
What a catchy name.
Your host, Eric, the actor, which is me. And we're going to recap.
How about hi, I'm your host, Eric the actor.
No. That ain't going to fly with him.
Eric the actor is the host, which is me.
JFSC. Eric, actor,
JFSC, like a guy who doesn't know the order of the alphabet.
And the woman who does the show with him tortures him through the whole show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because she... Eric swears he doesn't grunt. We always make fun of him. He's like... and he swears he doesn't grunt.
Right.
So she tortures him with a grunting question. Oh. But then she's louder than Eric. You can't even hear Eric's answer.
Yeah, she's actually on the mic.
It's a perfect storm.
Parminder Gill, Eric, is it possible you'll stop grunting if you sing a country song?
I don't do that. I talked to plenty of people on the phone off air or this current show.
Now she's fumbling with papers.
Not one of them.
Can you imagine?
It's a combination.
It's a show.
If it sounds that way, it's a combination of it's early in the morning. I just woke up.
It's the greatest. You can't hear anything he says. There's typing.
And him mumbling.
This is something about his favorite foods and this fumbling. Here's more. This fumbling.
At Damon Ike, aside from soda and candy,
This girl you can hear perfectly.
what are some of your favorite foods? Is there anything you aren't allowed to have for your health reasons?
I'll answer one part first. No, it's really no. There's nothing outlawed.
I'm not doing that. That's true.
On my list of what I can.
Could you imagine?
Eat.
This is the show. This is great.
Listen back.
I don't know, but somebody should be listening, and the girl is very loud.
And everything she does is loud. Like if she touches a piece of paper, it's louder than Eric.
First part, second, and then the third part, then
And for a guy who doesn't have an ability to talk all that well,
Yes,
he
Robin?
takes the longest road to the answer.
You're absolutely right. Welcome to the Howard Stern Show.
and of course, and JFS MOU.
All right. You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
What happens when Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered? It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
All right, Howard, you ready?
Am I ready? Yes. This is a new feature we're doing. This is called Ask Howard. This whole feature came out of the fact that I don't want to blog. I said to Jason, I'm going to blog on our website, howardstern.com. And whenever I sit down, I go, oh, I don't have time for this. So Jason goes, we'll ask you questions. And then Doug Goodstein said, well, why not put them on Howard TV? And so thus Ask Howard. That's how this all evolved.
Well, I'm excited.
But I'm ready for Ask Howard.
All right. Question from Howard 100 News reporter John Lieberman.
If you could interview one person, dead or alive, whom you've never interviewed before, who would you choose and why?
Well, I've said this before. To me, with interviewing, I like interviewing anyone that interests me. So, but off the top of my head, it's usually like rock stars, because I idolize rock stars. If I idolize anyone, it's rock stars. Mick Jagger. I'd like to sit down and do a David Bowie interview. I don't know how interesting they'd be. Like Steven Tyler's so good because he's so open. But I think I could open those guys up and get something interesting out of them anyway. So maybe those guys.
Question from J.D. Harmeyer. He asks,
what's the most surreal moment or moments you've experienced as a celebrity?
In terms of a surreal moment, I guess it would have to do with either me being in the room with somebody I worshipped as a kid. Like, it was surreal for me. The very first interview I think I ever did on radio of a celebrity was Soupy Sales. And I know for fans of the show that sounds weird, because I was not nice to Soupy when we worked at NBC together. And that is one of my biggest regrets. I acted like a jealous asshole, and I should have been more supportive. And I did apologize to him later on, but it wasn't enough. And I do feel bad about that because Soupy was my hero growing up. I loved his show. I loved the characters popping in. I was a little boy and I worshiped Soupy. And he was the first guy to ever come on my show when I was in Washington, D.C. and do a celebrity interview kind of thing. I had interviewed a couple of rock stars like Billy Squier and stuff in Detroit. But I remember Soupy as being a regret. And so it was surreal the first time I was there with him. I couldn't imagine that this guy was talking to me. Another surreal moment was palling around with Don Rickles at Jimmy Kimmel's house. Like, that was weird. And then I got to go to a dinner party with Don Rickles in the same weekend. And we were hanging out. And Don Rickles was like God to me. Don Rickles was more important to me in terms of the education I received about going on talk shows, I watched talk shows like those people were my friends. I didn't have any friends, so I'd watch them. And I'd watch Mike Douglas or Merv Griffin and see Don Rickles or Jackie Leonard. These are names like some people won't even know, like Toady Fields. Like, they were great talk show guests. And those are the people I remember. So palling around with Don Rickles and him, saying my name, Howard, was very unusual for me. And maybe the final answer would be making a movie of my life. That was insane. And I don't think I was caught up in it at the time, but now that I look back, that's pretty big stuff. To get to do that in my lifetime is crazy. And, on a personal level, everyone will always tell you having kids. That's kind of unbelievable that, wow, there's a kid that I somehow helped to produce,
Question from Mike Ganji at Howard TV.
When you open up the mic each day, can you describe what that feeling is like when you first go on the air?
Thank you, Rachel. Great job, and I appreciate you getting dressed up today for this.
Just for you.
The only staff member who dresses up for anything. You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
John was just pointing out that for the Kimmel wedding, that it's a short article and you did make the cut, considering the celebrities that were there.
Right, but I wasn't photographed. Do you know there were paparazzi sitting in the bushes?
First of all, where was it?
In Ojai, in Ojai, California, in a place called the Ojai.
I don't even know where Ojai is. Ojai in LA?
It's an hour away from Santa Barbara.
Holy shit!
How involved is it getting in the, like hiding in the bushes? Is it like
unbelievably? I don't even know how the fuck they did it. It's a private resort. It's crazy. I, of course, was at the Jimmy Kimmel wedding extravaganza over the weekend.
How was that? I have been waiting with bated breath to find out what that was like.
It was beautiful, first of all. I mean, you know, I'm so fond of Jimmy and Molly that I was really happy.
You were happy to see them take their vows, that walk down the aisle.
And it was fun. I mean, I was kind of like annoyed that I left Friday morning and I had to come back Sunday morning. And you know me, I don't travel well, and I'm always exhausted. And so, like, the whole day Sunday was gone, and the whole day Friday was gone.
Wait a minute, but why did you leave on Friday? You could have made it a longer trip.
Oh, well, what am I going to do there? I mean...
what do you do here? Lay around?
No, but I mean, I had stuff to do in New York, and then Friday was the day before, Saturday was the wedding, so I left Friday. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that you did have the time to lengthen it so that it wasn't such a quick turnaround.
No, that would have annoyed the shit out of me. I mean, what am I going to do? Like I hate being in hotels, but this was a nice place. It was in Ojai, California, wherever that was. I had no idea where I was.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, we landed in Santa Barbara, and then took
so
about
it's up north. Okay.
Yeah, and then took an hour. Is that where that is?
Yeah, that's above L.A.
I thought north was Alaska.
Well, if you keep going.
Yeah. You mean if I go north from there, I'll hit Alaska?
Eventually.
Wow, cool. I should have done that because I went for a run. I didn't realize. I'm going to run to Alaska. I'll be back. And, it was about 300 people, and Friday night was a big barbecue.
Uh-huh.
In a barn. And that was a casual kind of thing. Like, I didn't know what to wear. Like, my wife always knows what to wear, and I had to figure out what to wear. So I wore, like, what did I wear to the barbecue? Like jeans and, like, a T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you do at a barbecue in a ranch? Do you have to dress up like a cowboy? Or?
Well, it was, like, country music, like guys in cowboy hats and...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jimmy and Molly got dressed up, but Jimmy
Did you have to wear a lariat?
Well, Jimmy was wearing a white silk pants with a white vest and a white shirt. He looked like a tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I could tell Jimmy didn't dress himself like someone got a hold of him.
Somebody did that for him?
Yeah. Wasn't used to seeing Jimmy like that.
Yeah, silk pants.
Yeah, he was real happy. It was really cool. And, this is a private resort where, and they had the whole resort, booked up.
Booked? Uh-huh.
Yeah, with all their guests. And
so you stayed there and the wedding was there?
Well, you got to hear this. The paparazzi were very interested in getting pictures of this wedding because I think my theory is because Jennifer Aniston was there. And Jennifer Aniston, that girl, I don't know how she functions in her life because... everywhere she goes, for some reason, they want pictures of her, candid pictures of her. And, I mean, like, they go berserk. I was talking to one of the security guys, and he said to me, yeah, we've had a couple incidents already with paparazzi. I go, what do you mean? Well, like how do they get onto the property? He goes, what they do is they book rooms, other people book rooms and then sell them to the paparazzi.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had already picked off 2 or 3. But sure enough...
who in the world knows that's a business?
Oh, my God. It's a whole business. They must pay a lot of money for these pictures because I should have taken some pictures. Because Jimmy wrote, no social media, no picture taking.
Did they collect your phone?
No, but I was glad he put that because everyone with these phones, they drive you fucking nuts. So, of course, right after the wedding, there are the pictures. These guys were hiding in the bushes on the property. I don't even know how they do it. They should be in the military. They should be in the military. I mean,
this is why we can't find out what the terrorists are doing. They're busy finding out what Jennifer Aniston is doing.
I'm telling you. I don't even know. I mean, I was there. I don't know how these guys... You had to take a trolley. Like, there was, like, little trolley cars set up on the property to get to each event. And they had pictures, that, like, within an hour of Jennifer Aniston on the trolley car. And this one and that one. It was unbelievable.
Wouldn't it be funny at the end of all of this if you found out Jennifer Aniston hired these people herself?
That would make sense because it's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it.
But that's a business out in Hollywood.
Just following Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was quite, you know who I love who was there? Andy Richter. I love that fucking guy.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you discover you loved Andy?
I love him. You know when I discovered? I went back to my room. I go, I love Andy Richter. I did. It was so funny. I walked out. I got a free lunch at this place, believe it or not. My wife and I were going to go for a run, and then we wanted to lock our stuff up in the safe in the room, you know, in the hotel safe. You know, whatever it is, in your room. You have a little room safe.
Right.
Both safes in the room didn't lock. So I call up the security guy. I go, hey, I can't lock up my shit. You know, and put my wallet and stuff in there. So they come up for an hour. They're in my room with me, trying to get these safes to work. They finally do, and the guy says, "Hey, I want to offer you a free lunch because we took up an hour of your time." I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that." Meanwhile, I'm such an asshole. I'm like, "What do you mean you don't have to do that?" I was like, "Yeah, of course he should." I was arguing with myself. I try to be a sport, and I go, you don't have to do that." And I was like, fuck, I just spent an hour with security trying to get this stupid safe to work. Of course I deserve a free lunch.
Yeah, how about just saying thank you? That's a nice gesture.
I don't know.
For taking up my time.
Yeah, you're right, but I didn't... But the guy insisted, and then I said, okay. So we went for a run, and then we went to lunch. And Beth orders a smoothie. I go, we're getting a free lunch. Should order everything on the menu. I was in full diet mode, so I just ordered like grilled salmon and nothing else. I lost 15 pounds.
On the break?
Well,
or
yeah,
that,
my
meal.
My whole diet kicked in, you know, like over the break, and I worked out a bunch, and I did. I dropped 15 pounds. I could fit into my suit to go to Jimmy's wedding.
Good.
Oh, my God. I was so pleased with myself. I'm so disgusting. And I'm walking around like I was at the pool with my shirt off because I'm thinking I'm looking so good.
Did the paparazzi catch you?
No, you know what? I thought we were paparazzi safe, so I was like walking around. I didn't care. I had my balls out. But I didn't know that the paparazzi really were there. I was like, wow, this place is pretty, safe and secure. But Andy Richter is funny. And I saw J.J. Abrams, of course, the great director.
Mm-hmm.
He's working on the new Star Wars. I was asking him about that. Yeah, I did get a little.
Secrets?
Yeah. I put in my 2 cents.
You told him what you would like to see?
Yeah, I said, I like C-3PO. Bring him back. Let's see C-3PO. Yeah, I don't know. I put it, I don't even, JJ's amazing. I wouldn't even know where to begin, like making a new Star Wars. Like, that wouldn't even interest me because I'm not even sure where to begin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's such a mess.
It's a mess.
What do you do with it?
Yeah, how do you straighten out that whole situation? It's such a fucking mess. Well, he straightened it out with Star Trek because I thought that was a mess too, and he kind of came up with something new.
Yeah, but at least it was only the TV show that had become a mess. It wasn't the movie.
Oh, my God.
The whole Star Wars thing is a mess.
I had a real good table at the wedding, too.
How do you tell if you have a good table?
Oh, you can tell. Oh, some people have bad tables. I had a good table. Here's who I was at my table. Bob Iger and his wife, Willow.
Okay.
Who, of course, runs Disney. He's a powerful guy. And that's good. Because, if I'm going to be there, I might as well talk to some powerful people.
You want to have a power guy at your table.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy, too. He seems to be. Brad Gray, the head of Paramount Pictures.
That's a big guy, too.
Yeah, I wish I'd had a few projects. I could have sold them while I was there.
You could have pitched at this table.
I was like, hey, I should be pitching these guys. So yeah, to the left of me was Bob Iger and his wife. Let's see who else was. Johnny Knoxville and his beautiful wife, Naomi.
Well, that seems like a sharp left turn.
Yeah, I know. I go, Johnny, don't embarrass us. Some big shots here. Don't don't start to taking your balls and whacking the food with it or something.
Right.
Yeah. Johnny was there. I never know what to call Johnny Knoxville because everyone who knows him calls him PJ or something like JP or PJ. Like he has some sort of other name.
Right.
Like Andy Richter calls him PJ. He goes, hey, PJ. And I'm like, wow, I'm the only one who calls him Johnny. I must be like a dickhead because it's like calling Bozo the Clown Bozo and instead of Larry Harmon.
Yeah, you're not in the inner circle.
Yeah,
you don't know Bozo is really Larry.
Hey, Bozo, how you doing? My name's Larry, all right? I don't have the wig on right now. So evidently Johnny's name is only Johnny when he's doing
his professional name.
When he's getting hit by a truck.
Yeah.
I heard Don Rickles once go up to Johnny Knoxville and go, why don't you leave? Why don't you go out and get hit by a truck and do what you do best? But, so it's Johnny Knoxville's name is like PJ. Oh, yeah. Here's a note. Johnny's real name is Philip John, so it's PJ. So I guess I should be calling him PJ, but I don't know how to make that move. Like, I don't know.
Well, he's never told you to call him PJ. I wonder what the move is.
I don't know, but there seems like Andy Richter doesn't know Johnny Knoxville that well, and he's calling him PJ. And I hear everyone, hey, PJ.
But why would you know it's PJ?
I don't know.
Somebody has to tell somebody.
So I go, Johnny. But evidently that's shows that you're not really a friend. And I mean, we're pretty friendly, Johnny and I. Or
you
PJ.
Didn't drink the moonshine. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, PJ.
When you drink the moonshine, you get to call him PJ.
Yeah. And the whole resort was transformed into a Jimmy and Molly thing because there was a bar and it was called Jimmy's Bar.
Oh, so for the night,
yeah,
it's Jimmy's place.
And you wouldn't believe this. I get to this resort in Ojai. I forget the name of it. Very nice place, gorgeous. And I get there for the wedding and everything. And the guy says, your room isn't ready, Mr. Stern. I go, oh, fuck, not one of those situations. Where you got to sit around and wait. And he goes,
right, well, you really don't get to check in until 3 o'clock.
Yeah. I left super early in the morning figuring I could take a power nap and then be all set for Friday night for the big festivities, for the big barbecue. So now this guy's fucking with me because I've got it all worked out that I'm going to get to California early, take a nap, and be all set up. Maybe even get
Now you don't have a room.
Now I don't have a room. They go, oh, well, Mr. Stern, we can give you a different room, but, then you can't unpack or anything.
Yeah, because they're going to give you a holding room just to wait for your real room?
I even looked at the guy and go, you got to be fucking kidding me. I'm the wrong guy to do it. I have a radio show. The rest of these dweebs don't. You can make them wait, but don't make me wait. It made no difference, though. I tried to throw my weight around. It didn't matter.
No weight.
No, I had a weight, so I'm just standing there.
You lost 15 pounds. You had no weight.
I'm standing there, and then Beth goes, oh, I forgot my sunglasses, so we had to go buy a pair of sunglasses. And then I walk out, and Jimmy's in a golf cart driving around. He goes, oh, I heard you had to wait for your room. Let's drive around and look over the resort while you're waiting, which was really good of him. I mean, I figured the guy's busy with his wedding, but
right now he's your tour guide.
Yeah, but he wanted to show me around. So I get in the golf cart, and I'm in a golf cart at a golf resort, essentially, and I said, what the fuck is with all this golf? I mean,
they have actual special conveyances for it.
Yeah, I said, I've got to be missing out on something with this golf because there's this place was 800 acres of golf, and if they're filling up this place constantly with golfers, there's got to be something to it.
There's whole places where people buy a home off the golf course.
Yeah, because they have to be near golf at every minute.
Yeah.
So we're driving around and we're looking around. There's really not that much to see. Jimmy showed me where the pool is and this and that. And I said, what's over there? He goes, oh, that's the driving range. I said, let's hit some balls. Now, I've never hit any balls in my life.
Do they have clubs that'll fit you?
It wouldn't matter because I wouldn't know how to hold the club anyway. I use a club for hitting people over the head. That was the perfect size. So Jimmy pulls over, and it's me, Jimmy, and Beth, and we get out, and and the guy gets, we get a bunch of bags of balls, and they give me a driver. Is that what it's called, a driver?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're going to drive the ball.
Yeah, I guess. It's a driver. I don't know. Now I'm like, what did I get myself into? Because I'm going to look like a douche. I've never hit a ball before. And even though I announced to everyone. First I get out of the cart and I go, my room isn't ready. I announced it to anybody I saw that my room wasn't ready. Then I announced, I've never golfed before. And it's not like me to try anything athletic. You know that. I'm not looking for any new challenges or to humiliate myself. I get humiliated enough in life. But we went down there, and I said, Jimmy, let me see you do it. And he did, and he took a swing, and he hit the ball.
Did he know the stance and everything? He knew the grip?
Yeah, but Jimmy wasn't really teaching me anything. You know what I mean? Like, he could have said, hey, this is what you do. I go, Jimmy, how do you even hold the club? So then I go, Robin, I whacked this ball over 300 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
To the furthest flag. Jimmy goes, wow, that's a pretty good ball. Now, normally...
That's Tiger Woods and better.
Yeah. What?
Scott DePace just hit me on the speaker. He goes, I'm calling bullshit.
Scott, here's the problem. Beth was videotaping it. I got it on video. I got it on my iPhone.
Yards? I can't hit a 300 yards.
Call Jimmy. I hit it over... So I said, well, that's just beginner's luck. Well, they put down one ball after another, and I didn't hit every ball 300 yards, but I'm telling you, I hit 20-25% of my balls 300 yards.
What are you doing sitting here? We got to get you
That's what I
into
said.
professional golf.
So they call over the pro. I said, you got to watch me. I stopped everybody. There was even some guy there, like he looked like he was a pro. Or something. I said, you got to watch me hit this fucking ball. I think I'm an idiot savant.
He just won the U.S. Open.
No, you're just an idiot, he said. No, I said, this is unbelievable. And I'm whacking balls, and now I'm going whacking balls crazy.
Now you're loving golf.
You know what, though? I said, there's no way I'll ever be able to do this again. Like, I'd go out on a course with a bunch of guys and probably miss the ball 57 times. And not only was I whacking the ball 300 yards, I didn't even know. I put the tee all the way into the ground.
Yes. You didn't even have it sitting up?
No, the tee's supposed to be sitting up. Jimmy didn't even tell me that. I said, Jimmy, I go, what's with this tee? He goes, oh, no, you gotta. And once I put it up, then I was really fucking hitting the ball.
Wow.
It ain't that hard. But then someone explained to me, it isn't the driving that's hard. It's when you get to the hole to get it in
the accuracy.
Yeah. Even Jimmy was like, shit, I can't hit it that far. And he goes, man, and your accuracy was like I was right near the hole.
Wow.
But I wasn't really aiming. I just addressed the ball, go, hello, ball, and then I just hit it. So evidently I'm like the world's greatest golfer.
Apparently, Howard, what I'm getting from the office is they want to see the video.
Gary, come here. You got to see this. I don't know. I would release this. I would put this on the web, actually. But I don't know what Jimmy's talking about. Like, you know how like Jimmy's in the background talking to Beth. I just want to make sure it's nothing confidential.
You should.
Here, wait. I got my phone. I know. This is unbelievable. Wait, what?
You should let DePace watch it, just because, I'll look at it too, but he's the...
And you won't know what...
Listen, I'm
I do,
lying.
I know.
You can ask my wife.
300 yards is, Howard, it's a ridiculous amount.
I hit the yellow flag. It's over 300 yards. 300 yards, and not just once.
He wants to see it.
What do you want from me? Wait, let me get... It's going to take me a while to get it. Don't get too anxious.
300 yards is like... You know what it's like saying? It's like saying... I went down to City Field yesterday, and I was taking batting practice, and I hit one into the upper deck.
What can I tell you?
Right?
Ask Jimmy. I only have one of my... Here, wait, this is one of them. I think this is it. Let me make sure. Oh.
The next day, it said, move over, Charles Barkley. You're no longer the worst celebrity.
All right, wait. That's Jimmy talking to Beth. And Beth's taping me. Here, come here. Get over here. You got to see this, DePace. Come in. Watch me fucking drive. You're not going to believe this shit. Watch this.
Poor posture.
Yeah. What do you want from me? First of all,
look, wait till you see him.
First of all, I'm 6'5", and the fucking the little stick that you hit shit with is too goddamn small for me. I got to get.
That's why I said I didn't think they'd have a club that would fit you.
I got to get my own fucking clubs. Like Mark Consuelos has his own clubs. He had them shipped down there for the weekend.
He's wearing all black on the golf course, too, Rob.
Dude, I just stepped off a plane.
Oh, my
What do you want from me? I didn't have any clothes with me.
Scott, just see the shine. All right.
Fucking
It's
dick.
grass. What are you supposed to dress for grass?
It says, move over, Charles Barkley. You're no longer the worst celebrity golfer.
Oh, stop it. That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Down there is the yellow flags. I hit 300 yards, and I hit it 20 times in a row.
That's not
I got that on video.
That's
yeah.
What?
Tweet that, I said. You wouldn't believe.
That's pretty good, man. At least you hit the ball.
Hit the ball. I'm telling you, it's nothing for me. I'm like fucking Tiger Woods. I'm Tiger Woods.
What I'm saying is, like, remember when Tiger Woods was 4 years old and everybody was going crazy about what kind of golfer he was going to be? They should be doing the same for you now.
Yeah, but my father ignored me. Tiger Woods' father paid attention to him. I'm telling you.
So now you know how fun it is.
But Scott, was that 300 yards?
No, there's no way that's 300 yards.
It's not. I don't even know what 300 yards means. The guys were telling me I was hitting it out to the yellow flag. I go, how far is that? They go 300 yards. Jimmy goes, yeah. And then I did it again because nobody believed it.
300 yards is the line of you're a great golfer.
I'm a professional golfer.
I would say that's about 200.
Dude, they mark it off. I'm not telling you. I'm not making up the 300 yards. This is what they mark it off. The yellow flag is 300. The purple flag is 200. The shitty flag is like a black flag that's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Good job, man. That's all. It's hard to even touch the ball when you're a beginner. That's good stuff.
Yeah. That's it. I'm retired now.
Come on, let's go play.
You know what? I could never do better than that.
You don't understand the camaraderie, all the fun. You hang out for 18 holes.
But I want to win.
Yeah, I do too.
So like I'll never be able to do that again. That's got to be beginner's luck, right? I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should actually try to play one game. Suppose you are the world's greatest golfer.
I know. What if I am?
And the only reason we don't know it is because you would never play a game.
It's true. Who knows? I might be the world's greatest pianist too. We just don't know yet. I won't try.
Don't you think it'd be fun hanging out with me for 18 holes? Come on.
I actually enjoy your company.
Let's go do it.
Yeah. All right.
Have you really ever spent time with him?
Yeah, actually, I have. Spent the whole weekend with him. We had a good time.
You weren't alone.
No, I had other. Are you crazy? I had other people there. I'm going to be alone with them.
Golf might be alone.
But anyway, this guy doesn't. What do you mean? There's no way you hit a golf ball 300 yards? I know I did because everyone was there, and I got it on tape.
You hit it off the grass and without a tee?
No. I had a tee. I didn't know how to put it. I didn't realize the tee sticks up all the way. Like I had it pushed all the way into the ground.
Will you put it on Twitter or something so we can all see it?
All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, please. Jason, if I send it to you, can you... I don't even know. But I don't know what Jimmy's talking about in the front of that video.
He's just telling a story about Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, but I don't know. Is that something that he...
Charles Barkley is notorious for being a terrible golfer.
Right. Charles had a show where he did like a 20-week show to fix his swing on the Golf Channel.
Do me a favor, Gary. Just listen to the dialogue before you put this on the web and make sure that Beth and Jimmy aren't saying something.
You can just take the audio out if need be, but I'll listen.
Here, I'll forward this to you. Forward all. Include Baba Booey. Gary Delabate. That's his real name. Yeah, all right.
Well, that's because you're in the inner circle. You know his real name. You
don't
have to call him Baba Booey. His professional name.
Oh, there I am, Robin. There's my. Oh, so Robin can see my swing. Look, whack, 300 yards.
Like I said, it's a loss to golf.
Robin,
you won't pursue this.
You see all those brown spots on the lawn? Those are all the balls I missed.
Is it safe to say you've been waiting for this discussion the entire time you've worked here? I mean, this is such a passion of yours.
Well, it's safe to say that I have said what a great job this is, but how much better it would be if Howard were into golf, just playing all the time, all the access we would have. But no, he's never been into it. In fact, he belittles it.
Describe what you saw, really, now that you're out of the studio. Was it pretty bad?
I saw, poor posture. I saw a guy wearing all black on a golf course and sort of a limp-wristed type look. He was sort of like this, and then he went up a little stiff, but then he hit the ball real crisp. It was real solid.
So he was at least striking the ball well, because a lot of times you top the ball or or
I would guess that he would miss it, top it, whatever. Like you do that a lot.
Completely. I'm in my own head times a million. So once the beginner's luck and you start actually thinking about what you're doing, that's when the trouble hits.
He'd be miserable if we actually went. It would, the first hole he'd miss it, and he'd be like, fuck this.
Do you think that day will ever happen?
I hope it does. I hope. If there's one thing he could give me, it would be a nice round of golf. That would be a really special day.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, everyone keeps asking me about the Trayvon Martin case, and I was shocked by the verdict, actually. I don't understand the laws down in Florida. My feeling all along was this with this thing. The basis of my questioning was everyone said, not everyone, this guy Zimmerman. And by the way, that's the most startling thing in this case. A Puerto Rican guy's name is Zimmerman.
Yeah, Hispanic Zimmerman.
Yeah. I go, wait, how'd that happen? Never mind any other questions about who's guilty or innocent and how someone ended up dead. His name is Zimmerman. And you go, oh, wow, this is a Jewish guy versus a black guy. No. They go, he's a Puerto Rican guy named Zimmerman. That guy. Fucked up world we live in. You can't tell what anybody is anymore.
And the point is, it doesn't really matter.
If I was a prosecutor, I'd come right out questioning even that. Sir, we need to know, how is your name Zimmerman and you're Puerto Rican? Anyway,
maybe that was the argument.
My take on this whole thing was, because everyone was asking me, what do you think's going to happen? I said, look, the bottom line is this. This guy Zimmerman claimed that this kid, Trayvon Martin, was suspicious. The question, what was so suspicious about this kid? He was black. I mean, what was he doing? He was walking down the street in a hoodie. And a lot of teenage kids, white and black, wear hoodies. So why was he suspicious? What is suspicious about Trayvon Martin?
It was the neighborhood, and Trayvon was black.
Right. That's it. End the case. There's no reason for this kid to be suspicious. I don't know. It seems really fucked up.
But that isn't the question as far as I'm concerned. The question is, was he supposed to engage with this kid at all? Why was he?
The cops told him not to
follow him around.
The cops told him not to.
Yeah.
And then the guy walks. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. It was weird.
Yeah, they got some. I don't know what the jury heard.
Right.
You didn't sit in the courtroom. But they had, I remember a couple of days listening to testimony from some experts about, what Trayvon was doing at the time of the gunshot.
Yeah.
That they were tussling somehow. And Trayvon, like one expert was indicating that Trayvon had to be attacking Zimmerman when the gun went off.
Well, I'm just convinced that, if I was the prosecuting attorney, I wouldn't, you know what I'm convinced of? These juries can't handle facts. They give them too much shit to think about. I just would get up there. I simplify everything. I just go like this. Look, I'm not going to waste your time here. One question. This guy Zimmerman says this kid's suspicious. He wasn't doing anything except walking through a neighborhood. What's so fucking suspicious? That's it. And then I would have said, okay, the prosecution rests.
But
I'd love to ask this guy Zimmerman. Why
did you take the stand?
No, of course not. Why do you think this kid was so suspicious? What did he do?
But it's not illegal to think someone's a suspicious person, Howard.
It should be. I don't know, man. It's weird. So, but look, I wasn't on the jury, but anything I saw was. That's the problem why I can't sit on a jury, because I already make up my mind within 3 minutes. No one can change my mind.
You don't have to hear the
No, I never have to. Testimony unnecessary. Let's get out of here. I pretty much know the answer before I start.
when Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered. It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
All right, Howard, you ready?
Am I ready? Yes. This is a new feature we're doing. This is called Ask Howard. This whole feature came out of the fact that I don't want to blog. I said to Jason, I'm going to blog on our website, howardstern.com. And whenever I'd sit down, I go, oh, I don't have time for this. So Jason goes, we'll ask you questions. And then Doug Goodstein said, well, why not put them on Howard TV? And so thus Ask Howard. That's how this all evolved.
Well, I'm excited.
But I'm ready for Ask Howard.
All right. Question from Howard 100 News reporter John Lieberman.
If you could interview one person, dead or alive, whom you've never interviewed before, who would you choose and why?
Well, I've said this before. To me, with interviewing, I like interviewing anyone that interests me. So, but off the top of my head, it's usually like rock stars, because I idolize rock stars. If I idolize anyone, it's rock stars. Mick Jagger. I'd like to sit down and do a David Bowie interview. I don't know how interesting they'd be. Like Steven Tyler's so good because he's so open. But I think I could open those guys up and get something interesting out of them anyway. So maybe those guys.
Question from J.D. Harmeyer. He asks,
what's the most surreal moment or moments you've experienced as a celebrity?
In terms of a surreal moment, I guess it would have to do with either me being in the room with somebody I worshipped as a kid. Like, it was surreal for me. The very first interview I think I ever did on radio of a celebrity was Soupy Sales. And I know for fans of the show that sounds weird, because I was not nice to Soupy when we worked at NBC together. And that is one of my biggest regrets. I acted like a jealous asshole, and I should have been more supportive. And I did apologize to him later on, but it wasn't enough. And I do feel bad about that, because Soupy was my hero growing up. I loved his show. I loved the characters popping in. I was a little boy, and I worshiped Soupy. And he was the first guy to ever come on my show when I was in Washington, D.C., and do a celebrity interview kind of thing. I had interviewed a couple of rock stars like Billy Squier and stuff in Detroit. But I remember Soupy as being a regret. And so it was surreal the first time I was there with him. I couldn't imagine that this guy was talking to me. Another surreal moment was palling around with Don Rickles at Jimmy Kimmel's house. Like, that was weird. And then I got to go to a dinner party with Don Rickles in the same weekend. And we were hanging out. And Don Rickles was like God to me. Don Rickles was more important to me in terms of the education I received about going on talk shows, I watched talk shows like those people were my friends. I didn't have any friends, so I'd watch them. And I'd watch Mike Douglas or Merv Griffin and see Don Rickles or Jackie Leonard. These are names like some people won't even know, like Toady Fields. Like, they were great talk show guests. And those are the people I remember. So palling around with Don Rickles and him, saying my name, Howard, was very unusual for me. And maybe the final answer would be making a movie of my life. That was insane. And I don't think I was caught up in it at the time, but now that I look back, that's pretty big stuff. To get to do that in my lifetime is crazy. And, on a personal level, everyone will always tell you having kids. That's kind of unbelievable that, wow, there's a kid that I somehow helped to produce,
Question from Mike Ganji at Howard TV.
When you open up the mic each day, can you describe what that feeling is like when you first go on the air?
At first in my career, it was dread. Like, I'm going to screw this up. I'm going to make a mistake. Something's going to go wrong, or I'm not good enough. Now when I open up the microphone, I'm really intrigued as to what I'm going to say. There is a basic outline that I do. So I do a lot of prep before the show, believe it or not, at night. And I'm pretty well prepared, but I never know exactly where I'm going to go. And a lot of times that agenda will even come from a conversation I'm having with Gary. Literally, I'll be in the back reading a newspaper. I've got my whole agenda set in my head for the first 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll have a conversation with Gary, and whatever Gary leaves me with, I'll just pick up right then and there and start going.
again, I don't know if you want to get into the vortex. We never talked about how Benji had a bit where you guys would lose weight, whoever lost got to look at the other one naked for a minute.
But it's now kind of a blank feeling. It's like I'm calm, I put the microphone on, and I know what I have to do. And if everything's in place, especially if Robin is there and Fred is there, I'm fine. Like those two people in particular, because they've been with me the longest. And now we have a great team, too. I mean, like Benji sitting there is of great comfort to me. Gary being in place is of great comfort to me. And having everyone around, Sal, Richard, all those guys, even Ronnie, like, you know, you can pull him in, you know, if something's going on. But I've become a lot more calm. It used to be dread.
There's never a nervous butterfly kind of feeling.
Not anymore, no. Used to be, especially when I had to spin records. I lived in fear of that kind of radio show. I hated it. That's the thing that prompted me to stop playing music completely. I hated that aspect of, oh my God, if the records, there's dead air, and what if I have to go hit the commercials and they don't work, and what do I hated that. I hated that pressure.
I want to thank you so much for taking the time to sit down. This was fantastic.
Thank you, Rachel. Great job, and I appreciate being dressed up today for this.
Just for you.
The only staff member who dresses up for anything.
Now? It's up to you.
Yeah, we might as well.
So he's interviewed every president. He's interviewed every president from Gerald Ford on.
What do you talk to Ronald Reagan about over at lunch? Like, do you talk pussy or do you what do you do?
You still banging Jane?
Yeah, right.
You know, he was on Larry King Live on CNN for 25 years, stopped in 2010. You know, he prided himself.
Killing him. I mean, because that was his whole life show.
And now the best part is the ratings are shittier than when.
Yeah, right. Well, that's kind of my first opening discussion.
Right.
I mean, it's a killer.
I wonder if they've ever, in any way, shape, or form, contacted him about the possibility of coming back.
All right, Larry King is here. Larry now has a show on Hulu and Aura.tv. I'll ask him about that. I'm not sure I even understand Aura.tv. Larry King was the host of Larry King Live for like 25 years or something crazy like that.
And he was on radio for even longer, right?
Larry King. Wow. Hi, Larry.
Never saw him out of a studio before.
I know. Hey, Larry, I said to Robin, how long did you host Larry King Live for? 25 years?
26. It turned out to be, it was supposed to be 25, but then when we parted ways, they told me to stay an extra year, so I stayed 26.
26-year run.
The longest, what is it? I got the Guinness thing. It's the longest running show hosted by one person at the same time on the same network.
Did you, you started out, they were paying you $200,000 a year. By the time you finished, you signed a $35 million contract for
4 years.
4 years. Did you ever think that it was going to like work into that? Because when CNN started, and you first started there wasn't that much happening.
The story is, I started on their 5th anniversary. They went on June 1st, 1980, and I joined them June 1st, 1985. And I was doing my radio gig like you were in Washington.
Yeah.
And I had a real nice gig. I was doing my all-night radio show. It was all over the country. I had the first national network radio show, and I was very happy. I had a local television show on Channel 7.
Did you do both at first? Did you?
I always did both.
You always did both?
Yeah, always did both. So, and then Ted Turner calls me up. And I love working there. Nobody liked Ted. And he calls me up like on a Tuesday, and he says, Sandy Freeman's doing a show here from 9 to 10 at night. Her husband's breaking my back. He wants a raise, and he's our manager, and I'm going to shove it to him. You want to do the show? You want to take over 9 o'clock?
He called you himself?
Yeah, and you want to do the show next Monday? He had done my show a few times, so he knew my work. So I said, well, I don't know. I go to ball games. I got a local television show. I'm not married. It was Oddity Week.
Right. you were between marriages.
I'm not married.
Right. I want to have a life.
And CNN wasn't in Washington. You couldn't see him in Washington.
Right.
So I said, I don't know. So I said, all right, my agent, Bob Wolf, the late Bob Wolf, great guy.
You had that agent for how long?
Till he passed away. He passed away in 1993, I think.
When your agent dies and you've had that guy, the same guy, the whole career, do you trust anybody to be your agent after something like that?
You have to trust.
Right.
And I had some recommendations, but I had some nice people replace him. I stayed with his agency for a while. He had a big agency. And then I moved on to ICM. But anyway, so Bob comes back to me and says, listen, you're making $200,000 on the radio.
Right.
You're making, I think, $85,000 doing one television show a week. That's $285,000. You're single.
Go have a good time.
Do you want to do this? They're offering you $200,000, so you're going to double your pay.
Right.
But you'll miss your hockey games, your baseball games, because you got to be there at 9 o'clock. So he said, I worked a deal with Turner. They'll give you a 3-year deal, but the option is yours. At the end of the first year, you can get out.
Wow.
If you're unhappy. So give it a year.
Right.
Well, I tell you something, Howard, God's honest truth. I went on the first night. Mario Cuomo was the guest. I knew in 5 minutes.
You loved it.
I loved this shit. It was just there for me.
And then you gave up the radio show.
I gave up eventually. I did. Right. I gave up the local TV show. And
what was your life like doing? What were your hours when you did overnights? Was it midnight?
Midnight to 5:30.
Was that did that wreak havoc on your life?
Well, I was single. No, it didn't. I'll tell you why. The show was so fun to do. I would go in. We'd have great guests. People would come there midnight to 3 in the morning. And then they'd leave, and then from 3 to 5:30,
you take phone calls.
Open phone America on anything. So one guy could call about his girlfriend, another guy could call about the President of the United States, the next guy could call about the Boston Red Sox.
And wasn't it liberating because, fortunately, there wasn't like a lot of ratings information in terms of overnight, so you didn't have to sit there and kowtow to like the program
but we
director.
did have we started with 28 stations, and when I ended it in 97, after I was just making too much on CNN, I didn't have to do both. I moved to California. You know, it was hard to. Yeah. We were on
Mutual Radio Network.
Yeah, almost 600 stations.
Wow.
Became Westwood One.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It was such fun. You know, of all the things I do, and I do print. I wrote for USA Today. I've written 16 books. I write for USA. I wrote for USA Today for 20 years. The television show was an enormous success. Radio was the favorite.
It was? More so than that CNN show?
Yeah. Personal to do?
Yeah.
Because one, it was the most personal, and two, I could explore all my talents. I couldn't be funny on CNN. I could be if I had a comic and I'd work off the comic. But basically, it was kind of mostly a serious show. On radio,
you could have some fun.
You could do anything you want.
Right.
And people, and I always loved, I know you were the same way. I love your movie. Why is your movie not on HBO?
It was it pops up everywhere.
It comes from time to time.
Yeah, they should bring it back.
Yeah, they do. It's on all the time.
That was a terrific film.
It was a fun. And you know what I liked about it? I when I did it, I made it very clear I had to make it representative of real radio stations that I'd actually worked at.
Anybody in radio knew it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted it real. There had been so many bad radio movies, like FM and stuff, where guys aren't even wearing headphones and stuff.
Ivan Reitman loved working with you, and Ivan's a good friend of mine. He directed me in Ghostbusters, the first movie I was in.
Ivan's a great director. He was so brilliant that he would sit in the screening and go, oh, no, you have to take a different take here where you pick your head up and it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
He knew what was funny.
He knew what was funny.
Yeah.
The only thing, when we were making Ghostbusters, I was the first thing shot in Ghostbusters. Still, I think, in the top 3 of comedy movies, gross.
Fantastic movie.
But so I was the first thing shot in New York. It's a funny story. I never been to a movie. I'm doing my show in Washington, my radio show. It wasn't on CNN yet. And they did it at 1440 Broadway, the old WOR studio. They had to run the wires all the way up to the 22nd floor. And I'm downstairs and sitting with Ivan.
Right.
And he says, I have no idea how this movie's going to do. I said, why? He says, Belushi died.
Right.
And Bill Murray has taken the role, but he's only taken on the grounds that he does Belushi's lines. He will not change a line.
Wow.
So every line Murray did in Ghostbusters 1 was written for Belushi.
Wow.
That was his tribute to Belushi.
Right.
So then he says to me, another thing I don't know, I've never done a gimmick movie, and there's ghosts in this movie running around, but I don't know what they look like. And I won't see that until the end. So he says, I'm going to have them shooting at the wall, and they don't know what they're shooting at.
Yeah, and they didn't do a lot of that back then. This was fairly innovative.
And so when it came out, the first time he saw ghosts was when the full print was done.
Wow.
That was really interesting.
And why do you think it's not better known, that story, that Bill Murray wouldn't change any of Belushi's lines? That seems
thought
pretty
it was
legendary.
well known.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't at all.
So anyway, another funny part of it is I get to New York, and they said a limo will pick you up, and I have a big stretch limo, and I'm in the back of the limo, and the guy driving the limo is not wearing a black uniform with a little black hat, but he's wearing like a pea coat and jeans, and he weighs like 240 pounds, and he looks back, and I had to say to him, I said, I haven't ridden in many limos, but you don't look like a limo driver. He said, well, I'm not, I'm with the Teamsters.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, and we got the contract for all mobile things, connected with this here film.
Right.
So he said, so we do that. We drive in the people who are in the movie, and when you see the movie, there'll be a Ghostbuster truck. We drive the truck. We have the contract for every movie in New York. So I said to him, well, supposing I was producing a movie here, and I didn't use the Teamsters. And he turned around and goes,
You'd be with Jimmy Hoffa.
Good luck.
Yeah, we'll find out where you're buried in a few years. Do you, speaking of movies, and this is totally off topic, do I have it right that you appeared or shot a movie with Paris Jackson recently?
No.
No?
They proposed a movie.
Right.
A very good series of books, children's books. It's about mermaids and people. It's a very good idea. Distributed in schools, has a good message. The writer who wrote it is a wonderful guy. And he sold this package deal that would star Paris Jackson as the star.
Right.
My wife was going to be the mermaid, and she can really sing. You know, Sean.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
very good talent.
Yeah.
And I would be like the narrator, sort of. But it's never. All different deals have come forward. Now, Paris, at the time this was signed, Paris Jackson is 12,
right,
and looks 12.
Yeah, right.
Now she's 18, and she looks like she's on Hustler.
So you're right. So deal over.
Well, I guess they keep floating it around. I'll tell you, the movie business is the world's strangest business.
Right.
They get letters. The money will be in Thursday at 2.
Right.
The money can't come in due to the Patriot Act.
Right.
Why? Well, it's coming from China, and they have to look at it.
That's true.
The money will be in midnight at the bank in Utah.
It's still strange. Even the big studios get weird financing from all different types of people.
Who puts up Ted Turner? You want to hear a great Ted Turner story?
Yes.
You love stories, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ted buys MGM from Kirk Kerkorian for whatever he paid for it. And he always wanted to own a movie studio. He's a kid, loved movies, loved Gone with the Wind. So he bought MGM. And he owns it for a month. And he realizes that they put all this budget into a movie. And at noon on Friday, you know if you're going to make money.
Yeah. And it's the worst gambling odds on the planet. You're better off in a casino.
So he says, this is a crazy business. I spend $40 million, and on Friday at noon, they tell me how I'm going to do to the penny. They don't. Right? So he said, I couldn't stand the business. So I go back to Kirk Kerkorian, and I said to him, can I sell the business back to you? I'm going to take it at a loss. Kirk made money. Right. Okay, so he buys it back at a loss. As Ted is walking out the door, now Kirk is a great guy, Kirk Kerkorian. He owns hotels, he owns Vegas.
Very successful guy.
Very, and a great guy. He turns around, Ted, and he said, oh, by the way, Kirk, could I keep the movies, the old movies? And Kurt Carr says, sure, what am I going to do with old movies? Send me to a hotel business.
Right.
That's Turner Classic Movies.
That's Turner Classics, yeah.
He got that for nothing.
Did you think Ted was a kook when he called you to offer you the job initially? No. Like, I mean, now we know he was a genius and all that stuff.
He's a how would I describe Ted? He's a manic depressive.
Right.
Takes lithium.
Right.
He's the most I can't emphasize enough, most loyal person ever lived. If you work for Ted Turner, he stands by you.
Right.
So in other words, let's say your work, Howard Stern, with all the crazy things you do.
Yeah.
If he hired you and he knew what you were,
he'd back you up.
He wouldn't let a call go into the studio to you.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, that's Ted. Stand by him, he stands by you.
So, do you feel betrayed by CNN? I mean, and also, how do you feel about? They give the show to Piers Morgan. Well,
I'll tell you about the ending.
Yeah.
I had done 25 years, and I did that extra year for him. And I'd always had 4-year contracts.
Right.
I was the highest paid guy in cable. I had a real good deal.
Right.
And they came to me 3.5 years ago and said, we're changing, we're changing direction, or we're going a new way, or something, whatever they say.
Right.
So we're going to give you a 1-year contract. So I felt that was a
smack in the head.
Yeah, you're getting 3 or 4 years. Now they're going to give you a 1. But I was 73 years old and 74. So I said, okay, I'll take the 1. And I worked the 1 more year and left. And
are you glad you did the 1 year, or should you have left?
No, I'm glad I did, because I loved working. I loved working there. I had a great deal. And then they gave me an extra 3-year contract, which just ends now. They gave me a nice piece of change to not be around.
Right.
Colin Powell told me a nice thing. I was driving to Atlantic City, and I was driving to Vegas, and my wife was going to meet me there. She was coming down from a home in Utah, and Colin called because I had announced on the air the night before. And he says, "You know something? This might apply to anybody. When the train gets to the last stop, get off."
Yeah, but here's my point. So they bring in Piers Morgan, which you were critical of, because you even said, I prefer if someone like Ryan Seacrest, you're
My
fond of him.
recommendation was Ryan Seacrest, only because I think...
Did Ryan Seacrest want the job?
I think he would have taken it.
Right.
Yeah, because that time Ryan was just beginning to burst, producer and all.
Right.
But Ryan loves working. I think he would have taken it, yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, I had nothing against, I didn't know Piers Morgan. My suggestion about Ryan Seacrest was that if you're going to follow someone who, forget whether it was Larry King, if someone's been there let's say Howard Stern.
Yes.
You leave in 10 years.
Right.
And someone's going to replace you. The best person to replace you would be someone well-known.
Right.
So that the person who sits in the chair is known to the public. Doesn't have to be the same style as you.
Right.
But it's a person.
Have a certain respect.
A certain ambiance. So let's say, okay, Howard Stern is leaving. We're doing a new kind of concept show. He'll be on the same hours. The replacement is Bob Costas. Costas is funny. You'll get a lot more sports. Well, now no one would say Costas is bad.
Right.
Okay, you're not going to slam him.
Right. So you think getting Piers Morgan, I mean, he was known from America's Got Talent.
But whoever steps in to someone who's been there, Sinatra told me this long ago, when you've been around for a long time, right? There's a lot to be said for longevity. Yeah. Never knock longevity. Somebody likes you. And when you leave, the toughest spot is the next guy.
Yes.
The guy who's in the best spot is the guy who replaces the next guy.
That's the truth. And do you think Piers should have embraced you or come and met with you and
He made a statement that's like following Sinatra.
Right.
The only robot, I didn't even have a robot. I don't dislike Piers. I've been on his show a couple of times. He's a nice guy. I don't do the show the way he does.
Do you check the ratings? Because the truth be told, your ratings were way higher than Piers.
I don't check them. I'm told that.
Right. Do you have satisfaction in that?
There's yes and no, because I like CNN a lot, and I like the people who run it.
But you don't lay down at night and go, ha, 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 they got rid of me.
My wife does.
Right, but you don't have those feelings at all?
I try, yeah.
You got to admit, you got to feel good when you leave. And the people who replace you can't do as well as you.
You don't put it this way. You don't feel terrible.
Right.
Okay.
But I think Piers, and I told him this. I know Piers, and I respect him and like him. But I said, you're miscalculating how difficult that time slot is. You're up against, ostensibly, Fox News, MSNBC. They're doing shows, political opinion shows, kind of like what Bob Grant did in the old days of radio. And they're doing this kind of Rush Limbaugh type of thing. If you're going on and doing straight celebrity interviews, that's a real tough time slot at 9 o'clock with everything. So
they've changed it a little. He's very opinionated. I never was.
Right.
I always left my ego at the door. I try to ask who, what, where, when, why.
Yeah.
I was a different kind of journalism. I was more personality. I was funny. I don't think Pierce is funny. I but I don't dislike him. It's just not my kind of broadcast.
Right.
You know, I gravitated towards
You don't
him.
watch it?
No.
You never will.
I'll turn it on. If I read a guest is on, then I'm interested in the guest. And then when he got into this gun thing,
yeah,
and then he was doing guns every night.
Right.
It might have been getting good numbers, but I don't like programming that is guns every night and guns every night and guns every night.
So you don't
But I have
listen...
nothing personally against him. In other words, I don't wish him to fail. No, I don't go around like that, Howard. Maybe you do.
I think I used to more in the old days. I was seething with anger and really...
I remember when I knew you back in we were both in Washington. Right?
Yeah.
And you had an ability to hate.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Some guys can dislike.
Right.
Some guys can have anger.
No, I have real anger.
Hate.
Vicious hate.
And people you hated. Let's take Imus.
Right.
You hated Imus.
Yeah.
There was no, say it.
Yes.
I hated Imus.
I still do. I haven't lost that.
Now, look at all your success.
Right.
Yet you still have that little burning... I don't have that because I didn't know Pierce.
You ever been in therapy, psychiatry?
Short period of time long ago when I was only in my 20s and I was having difficulty still dealing with the death of my father.
Your father died when you were 9?
9.5.
9.5 years old. You never get over that.
You know, you don't. And the bad thing, Howard, in retrospect, this is true. My mother and father had lost their child before I was born. He was a 6-year-old boy. He died of a burst appendix.
Wow.
So my father really grappled me, took me, hugged me. You know, he took me to ball games.
You meant everything to him.
Everything.
Right.
Because he wanted a son. He had lost a son. I had another little brother who was raised kind of normal. You know, it was equal mother and father, but my father raptured me. I walked with police officers down the street.
Because he was so afraid something would happen.
Yeah, he made a little police uniform for me. Cops knew him because he owned a little bar and grill. He tried to enlist in World War II. He was a little over age. He was 45. Went to work in a defense plant, and one night he died.
Of what? Heart attack?
You know. Yeah. And when I got home, I was a real good student. I'm carrying home books from school. Cops were at the building. I still remember this. And we lived in a 3-floor walk-up in Brooklyn, and these cops came downstairs. 2 of them were crying. They loved my father.
Right.
And this one cop picked me up and put me in a squad car and drove me around. He told me my father died.
Wow.
And I took it as leaving me.
Right.
I didn't understand death.
No. To a 9-year-old, my dad left me.
My dad left me.
Right.
Why did he leave me? I didn't go to the funeral. I didn't cry.
What do you mean you didn't go to the funeral? Your mother didn't force you to go to the funeral?
She didn't.
You said you didn't want to go, and they just let
I
that
said,
be.
I just do not want to go. What are you going to do? Drag me in a car? I won't go in a car.
Wow.
My brother went, and the family went.
It's pretty evolved of your mother not to drag you there anyway.
Yeah, and my mother raised me and my brother, and then her mother died 3 weeks later. It was a tough time for her. She never remarried. We were on relief for 2 years. You ever been poor?
Well, we weren't a wealthy family, no, but never on welfare.
I was on welfare. 2 years. We call it relief.
Yeah, I read a story about you that to this day you will never wear wire-rimmed glasses because they used to give you free wire-rimmed glasses.
No, my first pair of glasses was bought by the city of New York.
And that
New York
changed,
is
right?
New York is still the most generous city in the world.
Absolutely.
New York, you don't need national welfare programs. New York will take care of you.
That's right.
If you're listening to this radio show now, and you're down and out, you don't have to beg on the corner. You can go somewhere. They call it relief.
That's true.
And so New York City paid 75% of the rent.
Wow.
And gave us a living allowance. And when you had need, like my eyes were going bad.
So why
they bought my first pair of glasses.
Why do you think you don't have the same anger I have? I mean, the anger is you felt left by your father. You have real father hunger. You wanted that attention from a man.
And it's made me a good father.
It has, because because in other words, you recognize how badly you want a father, and you do that for your kids.
Correct.
Is it at your age? How old are you now?
79.
How are you managing 10-year-olds? Aren't you fucking exhausted?
They're 14 and 13 now.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They keep me young.
Do they?
Oh yeah. Oh,
how much involvement do you have? I mean, are you really?
Well, for example, I'm here in New York doing interviews for my Hulu show.
Yeah. What Hulu's the network that?
The network is Aura.
Right.
The story is, I'll give you a quick story, and I'll tell you about the kids. Carlos Slim, the richest man in the world.
Is he? He's a Mexican guy who
$76 billion,
and he made $76 billion because what? He owns cable and
telecom systems. He also owns Saks Fifth Avenue for a while. He owns 20% of the New York Times. He owns a lot of real estate. He's a wonderful guy. He's got 6 children, 3 boys, 3 girls. They're all grown. They all help each other. It's a wonderful family. I've been to Mexico City. Anyway, he invited me down to Mexico City to speak to he gives out scholarships every year. And I went down, did my shtick. I always talk funny. I have a lot of laughs. And then he drove me around in his car, and then he came to the United States. He went on my CNN show. We had dinner at the house. We had a great dinner.
Right.
I did it with Barry Bonds, Ernie Banks, the mayor, Sidney Poitier.
You love that.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan Seacrest had signed a $20 million deal that morning, and he had a funny line. Now he's with Carlos Slim, and at 8 o'clock that night, he says, for 7-8 hours, I thought I was rich.
Carlos Slim ruined it for him.
Ruined it.
So
anyway,
yeah.
he said, you got to do something. You can't retire. You got to do something.
Right.
And my wife, Sean, came up with the idea, well, why not the Internet? It's the next big thing. Why don't we do a show? I have a little network on the Internet. We'll do a Larry show, and we'll add other shows. And so Larry King Now started, and we hired John Houseman away from Murdoch at Fox, and he came over to run Aura TV.
So how do I get that Aura TV?
You get Apple TV hooked into your set, and you go to Hulu.
And then you're on with the Larry King Show.
Larry King Now, it's called. Every day.
An hour a night?
A half hour. And it's on in perpetuity. That is, you can watch every show we've ever done.
Right. Do you like doing that, or do you miss the action of being on CNN? I mean,
I miss the action when there's a big story.
Right.
I love doing this. I love doing, today we're doing Dwight Gooden. We're doing Rudy Giuliani and former Senator Lieberman.
You know what you got to ask Dwight Gooden about? I think I once read a story, something that when he was in prison, he was going to go to the shower, and everyone said to him, stay out of the shower today. Today's a real bad day to take a shower. And he's like, what the hell? The pipes must have burst. What are they doing? He didn't realize they were going in to rape a guy, and they were warning him, don't go in there because we're going to get you too.
It must be in the book.
Those prison stories are absolutely insane.
You want to hear a great prison joke?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You led me right into this.
All right, let's do it.
This guy's about to go to prison.
Okay.
And he's scared, He's saying to a friend, gee, I gotta go to prison, income tax. I'm very scared. He says, see that guy over there? Go over and talk to him. He just got out of San Quentin. Right. It might help. So he goes over. He says, you just got out of San Quentin? He says, yeah. I'm really scared. Can you help me? He says, oh, don't be scared. It's not all it's cracked up to be. He goes, you like good food? Yeah. Monday is Chef's Day at San Quentin. The top chefs from California come cook for the inmates and teach you recipes. You're going to love Monday. Tuesday, you like movies? Tuesday is movie day, the best. Bring you all new movies. Directors come. They tell you how they made the movie. You're going to love Tuesday. Wednesday, you like exercise? Oh, they bring in all the major exercise equipment, and fitness people come and teach you fitness. You're going to love Wednesday. Now, Thursday, are you gay? No? You're not going to like Thursday.
Thursday's a tough day. So you've got the kids now.
Well,
be
my wife
honest
and I,
with me.
yeah.
You have help, right?
Yeah.
You're not sitting at home with kids.
We have a kind of a coach and a nanny, but I go to all their games.
A coach lives with you? What are you talking about, a coach and a nanny?
No. I have a nanny who's a lady who helps take care of them. There's a maid and a lady. We live in Beverly Hills.
Right. So in other words, you're not sitting there watching kids all day.
No. However, in all activities, for example, I take them to school every morning.
Wow.
My wife and I go to PTA meetings. We meet with the teachers. The 14-year-old is going to Notre Dame High School, very good school, emphasizing baseball. He's a very good baseball player. They're playing already.
Is that important to you?
Yeah.
When I love baseball.
I love baseball, and I love that he's good at it.
Right.
And he wants to play it.
Right.
So when I get back, he's not in school yet. They're playing with the Notre Dame freshmen.
But aren't you out of control? I read that you went to a game.
Don't ask.
And you got into a fight. You're one of those fathers. Fight. Yeah, but you started yelling with one of the...
I'll tell you what he did to me this ump.
Okay, go ahead. All right, let's hear this.
It's the 6th inning.
Because, they tell every parent, calm down.
Right. I'll tell you what they do in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
The kid slid into second. My son was a shortstop. He had second tag, and the umpire says safe, right?
Okay.
So I'm in the stands. I go, safe? How would you call safe? The whole world knew he was out. And he looked over at me, and all he said was, keep quiet, Mr. King. Keep quiet, umpire. I says, keep quiet? Keep quiet. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm passionate. That kid was safe. And then I do the stupidest thing. You are a moron.
Oh, my
And he
God.
said, I'm a moron, you're out of here. And he threw me out of the stands.
Were you ashamed of yourself? Or
I had to walk all the way out to left field,
walk
out of the
of shame.
stadium, and sit in the car.
Yeah.
And my wife, the big backer of me, says, go, you deserve this. I go out through the field into the car and sat in the car, and friends called me and told me about the game.
Yeah.
I got thrown
Was
out.
your child embarrassed?
Yes, yeah.
They yell at you?
Every game I go to, both kids say to me, Dad, stop it.
Calm the fuck down.
Sit quiet.
Yeah.
Sit quiet. They don't even like if I say, like, they have a lot of privilege they have is they know all the ball players.
Right.
I take them, I have season tickets, so they go to Dodger games. Sometimes they go on the road with the Dodgers. They meet the players.
Right.
And my son, Chance especially, the 14-year-old, will say, don't tell him I'm a good player.
Right.
Don't say
Don't brag. Keep your
Another
mouth
thing
shut.
that drives me crazy, you might know about this, Howard. How old? Your girls are grown now.
Yeah, they're older.
These 14 and 13-year-olds do not talk. They
text.
They text.
Yeah,
all.
my kids too. I mean, it drives me crazy. They only text me.
Chance had a girlfriend for 7 months. And I saw she was a very pretty girl. I said, do you talk a lot? Oh, they broke up. But he said, we talk every day. 10, 12, 13 times a day. Wow, must be a lot. Picking up the phone. No, we don't talk.
Right. It's
We
weird.
text. They broke up texting.
Meanwhile,
So he didn't know her. He didn't know nothing about her.
You're not even sure they were in the same room every
I
day.
don't text.
Right.
I'll show you a phenomenal thing about me.
You don't text?
I'm on the internet.
Right.
I'm paving the way.
Do you have a
On the
phone?
Yes, I do, but...
Oh, you have old school.
A flip phone.
Oh, my God.
Now, here's
Oh my
the-
God, that's a big one.
I'll tell you, I was in the Apple store. My wife was in the Apple store. You know what I noticed about the Apple store? There's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
jammed.
Right.
Meaning something's wrong. Something's
Why
going
are they
wrong.
hanging out so much?
And one guy came over to me and said, where did you get that phone?
They were jealous of your phone.
Jealous of my... I love that
Well,
phone.
why won't you get an iPhone? Why won't you get...
Because I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a freaking disease. I watch
You sound
people-
like my mother.
I watch people with iPhones. I go to dinner with 3 friends.
Right.
We go
They're
to
all
dinner. I'm eating alone.
I know.
They're all
and you
on
like
it.
to communicate. When you would
Correct.
go
I'm
to,
a verbal communicator.
When you would go to dinner with Ronald Reagan, you had dinner with him, right?
Yes.
What do you sit and talk to him about when he was the sitting president? He was
just had left office.
Oh, he just left office. You're very comfortable going to a celebrity's home,
Yes,
and kind of hanging out
because I know the secret, which is
What is the secret?
Talk about them.
Pants one leg at a time. No, not talk about them.
Right.
Talk about things. Include them. And you'll find the reason Bill Clinton is the world's best dinner conversationalist is he's as interested in you as you are in him.
So is the secret to hanging out with a celebrity, especially someone as big as the President of the United States, it's just that you don't get intimidated, you think of them as a regular person.
Correct.
And then the third rule of thumb would be interested.
That's right. And be curious. Well, you're sitting with a president and you say things like, I would say things like, what's it like to send people to war? What is that like?
And they answer
And then
you
they get in the conversation. Oh, yeah, I was doing this. They tell you little stories.
But are you really interested, or are you just?
Oh, aren't you interested?
Yeah, I'm interested, but still, it seems like you're working when you're. It doesn't seem relaxing.
It's not work to me.
It isn't.
No, I've been my life is who, what, where, when, why.
Right.
That's my life. When I was 9 years old, I'd get on a bus. I'd ask the bus driver, "Why do you want to drive a bus?
Really?
You don't want to sit next to me on an airplane."
Is that really true? You would sit there, and that was your whole life.
Yeah, I was on with Barbara Walters yesterday on The View.
Did you date her? Ever?
No, too old.
Too old for you. By the way, I had Katie Couric on here the other day. Yeah. She talked about, she went on a date.
Talked about your date.
Story, and she told the wrong story.
She did, because I want to know why you didn't close the deal with her. She says she did not give you sex.
She did not give me sex. We necked. But she said she had a roommate. The roommate was my executive producer, Wendy. Wendy then, covering for her, denies this. I know what happened. I know what happened. We went out on a... Nothing went wrong. We went on a date. I thought something was going to happen. We get up to a door, and she says, I have a roommate. That's the last I saw. So where was I? What was the story I was going to tell you?
And you gave up on Katie Couric? That was
it?
Yes,
I did. Hey, come and go.
That's it. Is that the style?
I don't chase.
You don't?
You're like a salesman. It's numbers, right?
I don't chase.
I still wonder why. You know, I think because you're from an older generation. You were always the type of guy you'd get married
rather than live with someone, or
rather than live with someone. You felt living with someone was sort of wrong.
I never spent the night at a girl's house. I always had to go home.
Why? Because you felt it was disrespectful?
I was raised in a culture. No one I knew got divorced.
Right.
Jews in Brooklyn, no one got divorced.
Never.
Now I moved down to Miami where everyone got divorced.
Yeah.
And I realized something. It was true to be that what I liked at 30 is not what I liked at 40.
Right.
And I'm always amazed at people who are married 50, 60 years of all the compromise they had to make.
Right.
Now, it took a while. I met Sean, and that's been now 17 years. That's my longest. And that lasted because younger children came along. I was a better father with these children.
You were more mature.
And I was more successful.
Right.
You know, life bettered in. I have a nice home in Beverly Hills. Life's been good to me, and I've been successsul. And
but when we were in a period in your life where you were getting hammered in the tabloids and all that stuff, was that driving you nuts? I mean, it's hard to stay married. It didn't. It didn't.
It's hard to stay married, but we worked that out. But I discovered something about it.
How do you work that out?
Because I discovered about the tabloids.
Yeah.
They are meaningless the day after, unless they get on a case. If they get like John Edwards. They got on his case, and they had him dead to rights.
Yeah, but look at Anthony Weiner. Now, here's a guy you think he was ruined. Texting with the penis, the whole thing. They just did the latest poll today in the paper. He's ahead of everybody if he should run for mayor today.
What's the truest thing? There is a second act in America.
Always.
The only thing you can never come back from, I think, is if you were a predator, little boys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Murder even you can come back from?
Hey, I bet you OJ's going to come back at his own show. I'm telling you.
I tell you, you know how OJ could have beat the whole... in America, here's all OJ had to do. Biggest mistake if he had good advice. Let's say you're at the scene, you kill the wife, and you kill the kid.
Right.
You stop right there.
Right.
Drop your gun, fall down on your knees, and say, "Oh my God, oh my God!" And come on, what happened, OJ? Oh my God. I went to this recital today, and my wife, she wouldn't let me see my daughter. I couldn't see my daughter. And I was crazed. I was just nuts. And I went to her house, and here she's in the negligee, and this young waiter is coming to see her. And I don't know what to do, and I got to go to Chicago. I just lost it.
You think that weren't you amazing?
That doesn't work.
Hold on. No.
Larry, you're crazy.
You're not done. Okay.
Hold it. I'm not done.
And Sean, if you're listening, you better be careful.
No.
Larry's got it all figured out.
He's worked it out.
That's right.
All right. He's not done. He's arrested.
Right.
He goes into court a totally beaten man.
Right.
I'm guilty. I don't want a trial.
Right.
I'm guilty. Please put me away. Please, don't put your head up. Never smile. Look your head down.
Right. You're completely depressed.
Your lawyer makes a valiant statement about rage and how you lost it, and they give you, under circumstances, they give you an examination, and you go to prison.
7 years.
7 years.
Right.
Okay. You come out after 7 years. You are now the #1 expert on rage.
Right.
You made a study of rage while in prison. Guaranteed you have the O.J. Simpson Rage Hour.
That's right.
You deal with people, you help them with rage.
Because you're claiming there's always a second act.
You're as big as ever. And you replace
But
Larry King
OJ didn't even go to jail for this, Larry.
Well, who would have predicted
He did beat it.
But who would have predicted it? Were you shocked when OJ beat it? I mean, you were on the air for that.
I was on the air for that. That's how I moved to L.A.
You kind of did the play-by-play of the chase, too.
I was on the air in Washington.
Right.
I was interviewing Cindy Garvey, who was talking about O.J.'s wife, and then suddenly they cut in as a car chase. I didn't know L.A. at that time. They gave me a map.
Right.
And I was broadcasting for 3 hours right through that whole car. I knew O.J. pretty well.
I know. And would you ever have believed that O.J. was going to get off on that? That trial?
Remember, they thought he was going to kill himself in the car.
Right, in that car.
Right.
That was momentous television, man. The world was watching that drive.
Is that the kind of thing you think is the highlight of your career? You know what I think the highlight of your career is? I'm trying to pick out a moment for you.
I'll give you my
what is your super highlight?
The parole Gore debate.
That's what I was going to say.
That was the biggest audience in cable
When
history.
I used to watch your show and Ross Perot would be on, and he would sound so reasonable, and the way you interviewed him was, "Hey, Ross Perot, you're a smart businessman. Give me some down-home advice." He seemed so sensible, and before you knew it, we all felt Ross Perot really should be president.
He said some of the smartest things. I remember when they were talking the other day about something Ross said. He said, segregation, treatment of blacks less than whites, is economically idiotic. So forget the moral aspect. Put that aside. Right. You're in the South, You build buildings, school buildings, office buildings. You got to build 2 bathrooms. Instead of one man, one man. You got to build 2 water
colored and white. Are you
2 water fountains?
Right, yeah.
Right? So it's costing you more plumbing. And then we'll do a smart thing. He said, then let's not give them a good education, right? So then they'll never buy a Buick.
It's dumb. So he would explain everything for the economy, and he sounded brilliant.
Intellectually dumb.
And he was like a Harry Truman. He was very down home and this and that. And before you know it, then you're hosting the debate.
Yeah, and I am hosting the debate over NAFTA, and then I hosted the best debate. The wildest was when Bush debated McCain. They hated each other.
Yeah.
They hated each other.
So I agree with you. That is the highlight of your career, the Ross Perot candidacy.
And then the second would be 9/11.
Right.
And going down there and broadcasting 73 straight days. You were here in 9/11,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I was on the air.
Right. And I came there. We were on for 73 straight nights. I went down to Ground Zero 2 weeks later, Fire Commission. I went to the Burn Center. I always would think, I thought about you in this regard.
Yeah.
What does a broadcaster who depends so much on humor do with that? And I would imagine you became a professional broadcaster.
Yeah, people...
there were no jokes, were there?
No jokes. I was on the air.
There wasn't anything funny about that.
No. And in fact, David Letterman called me. He said, I want to hear your broadcast, because I stayed on the air for like 9 hours or some crazy amount of time. And everyone said, well, you better get out of there. I go, where am I going to go? I'm not going to go somewhere. Some of my staff decided to leave. Some people stayed. But we stayed on the air. And no, now we became a conduit for people who were in their cars, essentially, to hear what was going on with 9/11. And I think we did a very reasonable broadcast. All of my fans were calling in with eyewitness accounts of what was going on, and it was tough radio. It was just awful. As it was hitting me, as this thing was going on, I was like, oh my God, this is really happening.
That's when you're a professional, because you're down and you're depressed.
You're in shock.
It's your city. You're in shock, but you got to be a pro. The mic's on.
Yeah,
you can't do. Oh my God!
Yeah, right. You can't get too freaked out. What did? So getting back to Ross Perot for a second, did you vote for Ross Perot?
I did.
You did, because did you say to yourself in a self-serving kind of way, if Ross Perot gets into office? I mean, I'm the guy who got him into office. I'm probably the second most powerful man in the world. Was it that you were just so blown up?
I like Clinton. Right. And I certainly like Bush the First, who's one of the great guys in the world, Bush 41.
Right.
And you had to like Clinton. You can't dislike Clinton.
I think he was one of the best presidents we've ever had. I think he should still be the president.
You're not kidding. I was attached at the hip to Perot, though.
Right.
We were like buddies, and I got to like him so much as a person. And I knew things about him that the public didn't know, like his, if you were a veteran, he hired you.
Right.
If you served in the armed forces, he was a real American.
Right.
And he was a little ahead of his time in areas, but then he lost it.
Why did he screw up? He got crazy, right?
Yeah, he lost it. He had bad advice, and he never should have listened to it.
He started opening his mouth in areas probably he didn't know too much about.
He would talk to the NAACP, and he used the term which they regret, is you people.
Yeah. Oh.
You people can do better if you people.
Yeah.
No one likes to be you people.
No.
Picture a bunch of Jews standing around being told you people.
Yeah, well, go fuck you. We're not voting for you. That's the end of that.
How do you like having a show where you could say that word?
I love it, and I'll tell you why. See
that word? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I say the word off the air,
right,
of course.
Right.
Everyone says the word. As Lenny Bruce, who was my dear friend, used to say to me, it's the best word ever.
When Lenny Bruce, when you were broadcasting in Miami, you knew Lenny Bruce
very well.
Your career was similar. You got fired from almost every radio job, right?
One big one I got fired from.
Why did you get fired?
The station went all black. It became urban.
So it wasn't anything
you couldn't fit in?
No.
You couldn't be on an all black.
Hello there. But Lenny
Bruce.
Lenny taught me. Lenny is a precursor to you.
Right.
But Lenny was a genius, a true genius. He had an IQ of like 182.
Wow.
He was a heavy risk taker, and he loved it. He
Did you know he was an addict?
I know. Well, you know how he became an addict. He really sad. Lenny had a virus, a terrible virus, and it was very painful. And they moved him to Mount Sinai Hospital in Miami Beach, and they gave him morphine.
And he liked it.
He got hooked on morphine. And then heroin and all the rest. And he liked it.
And no one could approach, like, you were a close friend of his.
Yeah.
And you couldn't go to him and say, hey, man, they didn't do anything like an intervention back then. You probably didn't even know he was on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, did anybody really understand addiction?
Well, no, and then at the end, his act got all talking about his legal cases.
Right.
Yeah. But I tell you how Lenny thought. You would have appreciated this. I'm doing a show in Pumpernickel's Restaurant in Miami Beach. I was 23 years old. And Don Rickles was the guest. And Don and I go back a long way. And in comes Lenny.
You were 23 and you're doing a show with Don Rickles.
Yeah. And Don was...
was he known at that point?
Local clubs.
Okay.
He was known in Miami.
Yeah.
And in walks Lenny. This was an audience in the morning. In a prison uniform. And I said to him, where'd you get the prison uniform? I got a friend in Rayford, the state prison. He smuggled me out a prison uniform. I like to wear it. And it had a number on it and everything. I said, well, what do you do with it? He said, you know what I like to do? I like to go up to cops and ask directions. And then I like the cop looks at me like, is this an escaped prisoner asking for directions? And then the cop has to say, no. Why would an escaped prisoner
to be insane.
ask me directions? Then the cop will say, but wait a minute. How about a brilliant escaped prisoner who would think that the cop would think I'm not an escaped prisoner when I really want directions? And Rickles said, Lenny, get a job.
Oh, my God, that's so funny. That's great. Just reduce him to that. Did you go to Don Rickles' tribute?
No, I was not invited.
You were not invited? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I came in. I was in town, and I love Don. And Don...
What a genius he is, right?
He is.
If you want to learn how to be a great guest on a talk show, you watch Don Rickles.
Correct. He knows what he knows. I've had so many funny instances with him. I've been in audiences with him. I've been, for example, years ago in Miami Beach. I've got very friendly with Sidney Poitier, but I didn't know him then.
Right.
And I ran in late. I got off the air and I ran in late to see Rickles at the Eden Rock. And I sat down. I took my late mother with me, and she sat with me. And Poitier came in late.
Right.
He was doing a movie, and they sat him right next to us.
Right.
So now we're sitting, me, Poitier, and I was well known in Miami.
Right.
And Rickles walks on stage. He looks down and he says, Larry, you'll hang around with anything.
So damn quick.
Oh, and then he said, hey, Sidney, you're not going to enjoy it here. There's no chicken. There's no watermelon. And then he'll turn around to the
by the
band.
way, you never said anything like that back then. I mean, that was insane. And he got away with it somehow.
He got away with it because he was loving. You know, you knew that he was really a sweet guy. I mean,
you knew he wasn't a racist at heart.
Oh, no, never. He never cursed on stage. Never cursed. Never used bad language.
No, because I went to dinner with him recently, and I said to him, how did you get away with going like to Sidney Poitier and doing some kind of racial humor? He says, no one ever thought I was evil or bad.
He never
they
was,
knew I was good at heart.
He never was evil. Well, let's all Americans.
But I don't even think he understands how he got away
Everybody
with it.
stand up and let's praise each other. Let's take an example. We have some Arabs in the audience. Would you stand up? Stand up. Look at these. They're ordinary gentlemen. They're every day. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Get a machine gun, mow them down. But he could just be... Don is... He did a movie called... with Clint Eastwood in Yugoslavia, Young Warriors or something, a war movie.
Yeah.
And I get a letter from him. Dear Larry, you know how boring Yugoslavia is if I'm writing to you.
So great.
How dull it must be. He said, I don't want to say the country is poor. We were going to go out tonight, but Tito had the car.
Like he could just be funny in a letter.
Oh, he's never not funny. The only person...
Was Jackie Gleason funny off the... No, he was a serious guy.
Gleason was a comedic actor.
Right.
He wasn't
not a comedian.
Not tell jokes. He thought funny.
Right.
You know, he thought things funny, but he was not a comedian.
Was he out of control?
No, never. We drank a lot.
Right. But women, though? Tons of women, right?
A lot of women, but a good guy. Golf was his passion.
Right.
But he was a genius. But the true, most brilliant person of all is Mel Brooks. There's no one in Mel's league because Mel has enormous intellect and is incredibly funny. And at any minute, at any moment, you know, his son Max wrote World War Z.
I know.
Yeah.
But Mel could be... I'll give you a quick Mel story. The World's Fair in New York, 1964. They had a World's Fair here. There's still replicas of it on the Parkway.
Right,
Water,
absolutely. Yeah.
So I come up to do my radio show at the World's Fair, and Mel Brooks is my guest. And I said, do you want to play the 2,000-year-old man? That's the most genius album ever made.
Right.
Here's a man who's 2,000 years old, and he doesn't know what you're going to ask him. So I said to him, we have a man here, he's 2,000 years old. So the first question is obvious. What do you think of the fair? The World's Fair. He goes, fair. Wait a minute. You'll call this fair? Fair. Were you at the first fair? He said to me. Were you at the first fair? No. The first fair was in 0087. The whole world came. 713 people. Yeah. The whole world. And then he starts rambling.
Yeah.
There's no means of transportation. So they put the fair at the bottom of a ravine, and people rolled into the fair. And the people became their own exhibit. Watch them roll in. Then I said,
the whole world showed up.
I said, look at what we have here. We have the monorail. He said, that was good. The monorail, that's good. Look at this. We have automatic things and things propelling to the sky. Yeah. Did you have the burning bush? We had the burning bush. We thought it was a ride.
And he was ad-libbing all of this.
Then he goes like this. I said, what was the big hit of the fair? Oh, big hit was Moses.
Right.
What did he do? He parted the Red Sea 3 times a day, 4 times on Sunday, 6 drachmas.
Like a dolphin show.
6 drachmas. He had a press agent, Marty, went over to him and said, Moses, you keep this up, I get you 10 pages in the Old Testament.
Oh, my God.
To think of that.
Yeah, off the top of your head. Yeah.
He's just... Did you know Columbus? Oh, what a dancer. The best dancer in Genoa. You know, the Queen had a husband whose nose went out and made a left turn. So she gave Columbus money to take an apartment in Paris. He bought chips.
It's unbelievable that guy's that quick. And I know.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. And people forget that when he wrote Blazing Saddles, he wrote it with Richard Pryor. The two of them writing together in a room. Isn't that mind-blowing?
How about all the music he wrote for the producers? He wrote all that music.
Yeah,
I was that opening night sitting next to him at the producers was one of the great events of an opening night event of my life.
Does a guy like that still get nervous on an opening night?
He laughs, he tumbles. Why? And he'll get.
He doesn't worry about whether the things are hit?
Why aren't they laughing?
Oh.
You know, if you go by one, I wrote that funny. Why aren't they laughing? Oh, at intermission, a guy came running up to him. Did you see the producers?
I didn't. I did not. I mean, I know the movie. I don't know the. Right.
A guy comes running up at intermission. I am mad at you, Mr. Brooks. I was in World War II, and this is a shameful thing you're doing, saluting Hitler and making fun of this. I was in that battle. I fought for this country. And Mel said to him, "You were in World War II?" Yeah, she says, "I was in World War II. I didn't see you."
And then the guy shut up?
Yeah, he runs. I didn't see you because he does it so. You ought to get Mel here.
Yeah, well, I would love that. I just was watching that AFI tribute to Mel Brooks. It was really, really good. I mean, it was really compelling. I mean, the other one I'm watching too, and I know Robin is the Richard Pryor one too. Did you ever interview him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful man.
What a brilliant guy, but wow, how troubled was he?
Very troubled, but he may. Other monologists call him the best.
Yep.
If they talk about who we revere,
right,
they go to Pryor. Probably because of risk taking, right? And he had a way. Chris Rock is a transcendent from him.
Chris Rock is a genius.
Oh, did you see the play he did?
I didn't see the play.
I didn't go to see the play, but we've seen him on stage many
the play,
times.
He was brilliant. He was a terrific actor.
Yeah, but his stand-up is unbelievable. And Eddie Murphy was amazing. Amazing stand-up. Jerry Seinfeld's coming in a few minutes. Another amazing stand-up. Endless amounts of material.
Jerry worked so hard at it. I did a movie with Jerry, the Bee Movie. I was Larry D. King. It's all about bees.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Bee Movie.
Yeah, and he had me underground. I'm a bee doing the show, and he says to me, there's a guy up on Earth named Larry King. He does a show. He says, well, I don't care.
Jerry got, I don't know if he got angry with you, but he got annoyed with you.
When I asked him.
You were interviewing him.
Yeah, and I said, why did Seinfeld go off the air? Why did they take you off the air? He got very mad. Because they took himself off the air. They were never taken off.
He wanted to go out on top.
I didn't know that.
Right.
And I apologized later. We were fine with it.
But you can't possibly know everything with the amount of interviewing.
And I also don't read. I don't read a lot of stuff like why a show left the air.
But I never believed that about you.
I don't read tidbit stuff.
Yeah, I understand it, but you must have done research on your guests.
I did do some I can't do everything. There's no perfect interview, Howard. Maybe you.
Well, beside me. I'm so perfect. I'm so wonderful.
But you have all those producers, Larry. So don't they prep you?
I get information.
Yeah.
So to sum up, you're happy now. You're on first of all, let's mention that Larry King Now is on Hulu and Aura.tv.
Correct. They distribute it. I'm also on RT, the Russian network. I'm licensed.
What's that about?
That's licensed to them, and they broadcast
the same show.
They license it out, and they do a political show, and I'm not employed by the Russian government.
You're happy. You don't miss the dating because you were a dater.
I don't miss it.
You don't miss it at all.
No.
But do you still have that urge sometimes when you're sitting across the desk and a beautiful woman?
Yeah, I got to tell you.
What the hell happened to you?
I had prostate cancer.
You had prostate cancer. That'll do it.
I had prostate cancer, and I had radiation, and that cured it. So I am totally prostate cancer free. However,
you did not do the operation.
Did not do the operation.
And you say, however,
there's a side effect.
You can get it up.
You got to have
Viagra.
No, I'm a heart patient, so you can't take Viagra.
So what do you do?
I'll do things.
You can. You always find a way.
You find a way, but I don't have. It's a nice peaceful thing. I don't lust anymore.
Right.
And,
is that a peaceful thing for you?
Absolutely.
And you get a lot more done, don't you?
You do.
Yeah.
And there's no complications in your life.
Yeah. In other words, you're a good husband.
Sex screws up your life.
It does.
You're never in danger.
You're right, and you're focused on your family.
Correct. I will never be seen going into a motel with a. That will never happen.
It ain't worth it.
You know, one thing on Lenny Bruce before I go. Right. Lenny Bruce used to say, "If you're a cheater, the people never believe honesty. So if you want to cheat, take the girl you're cheating with and go into the lobby at a Fontainebleau hotel and say, 'This is Irma. I'm taking her upstairs. Everybody get a good look.' It's Lenny. He's kidding around.
Him,
But take it to the Tic-Tac-Toe Motel, 46 miles out of town, and your wife's cousin's behind the desk.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know you had prostate cancer. You know, I have friends who have had prostate cancer, and they describe to me it's just a nightmare in the sense that you never pee the same way.
You pee a little more.
Yeah.
But and there's no pain involved. You take the test. I sometimes wonder. I had it on. They do a biopsy, and they give you 10 little things. On 2 of the things I showed positive. They wanted to be. The guy says, you can live to 95, 98 if we do this radiation.
Right. Or if you hadn't done the radiation, probably you could have lived with the prostate cancer, possibly.
Maybe you'd die with it, not of it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Right. And you don't know.
You roll the dice.
You still miss smoking cigarettes?
No.
And not at all?
Did you smoke?
I did.
I had a heart attack, and that day I stopped smoking.
I know, but do you ever think about it?
No.
And isn't it amazing what a waste of time it is? Smoking cigarettes.
It wasn't a bad habit. Because it felt good, it was an oral habit. But last night I saw a play, Lucky Guy. Tom Hanks is freaking brilliant.
Wow.
And everybody smokes in the play.
Was it driving you nuts?
Oh, no, but there was a moment urge where I said,
that looks cool.
Looks pretty cool.
Well,
Howard, I love being with you, Howard.
I love being with you, Larry.
Now, you got to do my show.
Yeah, I'm going to have to come on your show.
You're going to come on my show.
Yeah.
I'll come to New York. You'll do my show. You'll love it.
All right.
You know what, Larry?
Come on, don't give me the all right.
All right.
The one thing Larry doesn't probably know, Howard, is, you were Larry was one of the first people to ever interview you on a national show.
Is that right?
When he put you on his radio show at night.
Correct.
And
the all-night show.
You were very excited about doing that.
Well, yeah. I mean, can you imagine?
I propelled you.
Yeah. Why don't I remember this experience?
You were on You were on WWD. You know why you don't remember? Because you forget things.
I forget everything.
You know what? He wasn't on WWDC at that time. We were in New York on WNBC because I remember you had to go to Washington.
Correct.
That evening.
All right.
To do the show.
Well, thank you. Even though I don't remember it, thank you for doing it.
Well, it's nice to know I made your career.
Yeah, there was one thing. I'll get you. You made a lot of money in your lifetime, and you certainly have enough money to live the rest of your life, whether you work or not. And
I got 2 kids, and I got a house. I got to support the house.
Did you become not an entire victim of Bernie Madoff, but did you invest some money with Bernie?
I'll give you a quick Bernie Madoff story.
Okay.
Freddie Wilpon, the owner of the Mets, is a great friend of mine, and we went to high school together. And he says, who handles your money? I said,
somebody. Yeah.
So, no, a company. He said, I'll try to get you with Madoff. Because he made
do you a favor.
He turns down a lot of people. Right. He turned down my brother. And I never met Madoff, never spoke to him. And Freddie called me one day, and he's all excited. he'll take you.
Oh, God.
So I gave him money. It's a true story. I gave him money over the years. I would give him money, take out money,
Right.
So over the years, I gave him $4.8 million.
Right.
And took out $4.1 million. Over the years, you got insurance things. And when you took out money, it was wired in immediately.
Right.
There was no one faster than Madoff. If you said we need 300, bang in the bank. Okay. So my wife said to me one day, "Why don't we give him everything?" We started at $250,000. Anyway,
listen to that
I was down $700,000. No, the day he was arrested.
Right.
I was
down $700,000.
Down $700,000.
And I got $200 back from the Madoff people.
Right.
The guy handling his, and the government gave me $500.
Right.
For paying taxes on stock I never had.
Right.
But how he pulled that off, his Ponzi scheme.
Right.
He had 3 Jewish accountants from Yonkers. No one ever heard of. They said, but he was so believable. I mean, Freddie, Freddie had dinner with him the night before he was arrested. Never said a thing.
Everybody trusted him,
and
loved him.
You would get letters that it's a bad month. I'm buying treasuries. Right? He never bought a treasury. He never bought.
Right.
He
never bought a stock.
But he had the whole thing going, and he had it worked out.
Until the Bank of Scotland hit him for $50 million. And he couldn't.
He couldn't cover it.
Couldn't cover it.
That's right.
So they blew the clue. One guy knew he was a fraud, and no one listened to him over the years.
You know what you ought to do?
Wouldn't he be the greatest interview?
Oh yeah.
I mean, what a mind.
Yeah, but do me a favor. Introduce Freddie Wilpon to Piers Morgan. And let him give him investment advice. And then you'll be even. All right, listen.
Hey, Howard, thanks.
Larry King on Hulu and Aura.tv.
You got it. And you can see me on RTTV as well.
Okay. And thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Howard.
Right,
now, you're doing my show, Howard.
We'll have a lot. So.
Come on,
Do
Howard.
I have to?
Did I help your movie?
Yes.
Okay.
You did? What do you mean, did you help?
When you made your movie, you came on my show.
I did?
I don't remember. He's smoking again, huh?
You see how you remember interviews and stories and things? Yeah. I can't do
You're
that.
Still doing the cigarettes with no name on them?
No. I don't do anything.
You've done Larry more than once or twice.
I know.
You've done it a few times.
I know. I get it. All right.
Thanks, guys. This was fun.
It was fun having you. We'll be back right after these words.
I think Larry King is fascinating.
There was something
really good. The fact that he can pull those.
It's amazing.
The story is we can believe that he can remember the 2,000-year-old man verbatim.
Yeah. There's something about radio guys. They just know how to do radio.
Man, I wish I was a radio guy.
Mr. King, you've done countless interviews over the course of your career. What separates Howard and his style from the rest?
Because Howard knows the secret of broadcasting, which is there's no secret. Be yourself. Howard is Howard. I'm me. So I'm not any different off the air than on. What you see here is what you see there. And that's the way Howard is. And when you can learn that, to be yourself and be natural and never be afraid. I never had a moment where I say to myself, should I say this? I trust my instincts. That's what Howard does.
He's often been criticized for that style over the years.
Yeah, I never criticize a successful broadcaster because if you're around a long time, somebody likes you, and you have to respect that somebody. I remember when I was young, and I listened to the Beatles, and I would say, "What do people see in the Beatles?" And then I realized I was wrong. People were right. When I was a kid, we used to make fun of Bobby Soxers and Frank Sinatra. Oh, yeah. Frank Sinatra turned out to be, in my opinion, the greatest singer of all time. But we used to laugh at him. We were wrong.
So you think his legacy will be that people will eventually, even the mainstream, will realize how wrong they were about Howard initially?
The mainstream, at all, what goes around comes around. If I'd have told you that 15 years ago there'd be gay marriage in America, right, you'd have laughed.
Absolutely.
There'd be a black president. Come on. Everything goes around, comes around. Sure, Howard is probably already mainstream. A lot of these rock groups now and others are going beyond Howard.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.